but they came into office together. And if they came into office together, they came under one vote. Why is it that when it is about election, you would elect both of them under one vote, but when it's impeachment, you would remove them separately under different votes? They act in the same office. Do you believe that if an impeachment process is made, then the whole office of the governor should be put into question and not the individual? What is your take in regards to that?
That is how it should be. And in the future, I think that those are the things we should amend in our constitution to make sure that if it is the office of the governor, they go both. Because it's an institution that oversees the management of accounts.
So you agree that it is the whole office of the governor that should be put into question. But why are MCAs touching on Governor Anne Waiguru and not the office of Governor Anne Waiguru?
This is not a specific case because this is what has been going on as the law states, and if the law permits for the deputies also to be impeached the same way as the governor, when the governor is going, we shall do the same. But for now, we are following the law.
Now, Mheshimiwa, speaking of following the law, in case this impeachment process does not go the way you want, because I'm seeing Honorable Murkomen said that to the people of Kirinyaga, I am sorry, we did our best, but it is finished. It is finished. It is done and done. He said, don't wait for the committee's decision that we should use other avenues. Are you going to heed to these words of the senator and use other avenues?
You know one thing, the issues we have raised, it is not only us who have raised those issues. The EACC is on those issues also. So there are very many avenues that can be used to make sure our monies are protected. So it is not that we have a predetermined notion that the governor must go. But what we wanted is to see justice being done and see it being done. That's all what we wanted. We be listened to. Let her be listened to. Let us prosecute the case. Then the judge, who is now the committee, as at this case, the committee now will decide. The verdict that the court will, the committee will come up with, we shall accept. Then we go for the next level.
All right.
Of investigations through the relevant bodies.
All right.
And my view, the relevant bodies are still doing the same.
Mheshimiwa, thank you very much for your time. We appreciate your feedback. That brings us to the end of this morning show. Good Morning Kenya ends now. It has been a pleasure being with you from the beginning to the end. But up next is News Check with Safin Achieng Oma. Safin, hope you're well. I don't know what you have for us today.
There's a lot. Of course, we are just going to be taking, I believe you set the stage for us, talking about what is happening currently. The latest news is this process of impeaching
Governor Waiguru.
And there's a lot that is coming into play in this whole conversation. Yesterday we saw the drama, we saw the emotions, we saw what was happening at the Senate, and who knew that at this particular time, Ram, when we are dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic, we'd be served to this magnitude of politics in our country. But then again, that is what is going to be forming part of our conversation on News Check today. I'll be having a legal mind just to break it down for us and also talk about some of the dynamics that are coming with this impeachment, comparing it with other processes like this that we have faced in the past. So a lot to focus on when it comes to the impeachment of Anne Mumbi Waiguru.
All right. Now, thank you very much. In regards to that, remember the independence of the Senate has been put into question. The committee, will they deliver? But well, we shall be looking forward to that discussion coming up on News Check with the lady herself, Safin Achieng Oma. On my end, it's a wrap. May God bless you. God bless the work of your hands. See you again tomorrow morning.
What do you expect?
Started just a few years ago, the cake art affair has come of age. The size of the crowd has doubled and art is thriving. Cake, as has been shown at the festival, is no longer just a matter of culinary skills. There is no longer a clear difference between great bakers and respected artists as captured by the name of the event. The current cake market calls for a great deal of creativity. Despite the revolution, bakers still strive to deliver the great taste cake lovers have always known the product for.
I specialize in design cakes. That is, I put art into cake, something that is out of the ordinary. For instance, here we have a cake. It's a sample of a wedding cake that is upside down. That is not common to see a cake that is upside down. Custom designs like football cakes, simple wedding cake, things like motorbikes, shoes, books, anything that you can imagine. A good recipe is very nice, but right now most clients are going with designs, the kind of designs that you can be able to make.
Here at the Cake Art Affair, bakers are always guaranteed ready feedback. With cake still at the center of the event, art has been nourished even on the icing. Fine art and cake art do sit almost side by side. Performing art, however, has taken up a huge chunk of space and has become the loudest, most visible, quite literally. This particular edition was nothing less than energy packed. Even before artists could get to the stage, the DJ and MC handled the task of putting the patrons in the right mood. And there was something for everyone to learn.
As an event curator, I get to bring about the experience through events. My personal view, for me to be able to have or to bring about the perfect experience in an event, I need to tap into the five senses of the human being. What they see, what they hear, how they smell, the general vibe they have in terms of probably the setup and all, as well as the food they eat. Because when you tap into the five senses of the human being, you're able to fully tap into the human experience. You need to do your groundwork so that you know what your consumer likes and you bring about what your consumer likes, but with your touch, so that they get what they like on a different perspective.
A couple of upcoming artists made good use of ready audience to either introduce themselves or to recruit a few more fans.
Have you seen it? Was at the ashes like a phoenix? It was scenic. I'm like the purple drink cause I lead. Not on my own understanding. They got them and they carry life.
I make jewelry. Mostly I recycle like papers, newspapers, magazines, calendars, and fabrics. Remnants from the tailors after they're done making clothes. I go buy with the sack full and make head wraps, earrings, bracelets, chokers, flowers for the hair. think I was just being innovative because I really wanted to start and I didn't have capital, so I had to be creative and start with what was available.
Hip hop reigned supreme, and the crowd seemed to be loving it.
I've been hiding in places, living in spaces. They say escape the process. Meaning how we touch before my time and it's taking me back and I'm back to a fortress. Here I am. I'm sorry though. I just can't believe that I'm back home.
However, it is this spoken word artist that had the last word, or should we say last words.
Kwa mapenzi kila roho ya mtu huwa imefungwa na kufuli. Ndio maana wapendanao hupeana kiss ndio wafungue roho. Lakini ukisikia demo anasema nibembeleze ni bebe, jua hata Rose wa Tanzania hawezi mohando. Lakini huyu dem alikuwa merembeka, hata DK kwenye bita ndiye mcheki angekereka. Na machokora wangemuona hata steam ya glue kwa brain zao ingezidi tu kuongezeka. Ile time alijua wanaume furahia hizo nyuma zikitetemeka, ndio alianza kujua location ya club ka Tribeca. So unfortunately the first man alimita alimwambia bend over, naye akatia amri za kubend over, akihopa tapata marange rover, bila kujua ataachanishwa kama left over.
Cake industry is very involving, and you're going to find if you're really not passionate about it, you might drop out of it very easily. But you really need to have the passion and dedication. It takes also a lot of time. Sometimes you may find yourself working like even up to 19, 20 straight hours just to deliver.
Collaborations are the best way to grow what you're doing. It's a great way to sell, to market, to network, yeah, and to learn, learning especially. If you really want it, you'll find a way. Otherwise, you only find an excuse.
They say unity is strength. So ideally, work closely with service providers and work closely with good talent agencies, the guys who book artists for you, and market your event well as well. Let's learn from each other. Let's learn who or what our weaknesses are, what our strengths are, and how we can make the industry better for all of us. Because if we collectively improve the industry, it won't be of benefit to just one person. It will be of benefit to the entire industry. Let's build a culture where we support our own. Let's build a culture where we believe in our talents. Let's build a culture where we collaborate. That's the only way I feel we'll be able to bring about the best experience.
On the next episode of
bahati nilionayo ya kuolewa na wewe.
Tujali kazi zenu dos corazones sin delirio, desenfrenado amor el tuyo y el mío. Venimos de un solo mar, un solo río, los dos sedientos de cariño.
This palace will annihilate the Mauryas, and only when I trample upon their ashes will my father's soul rest in peace.
You want to take such a big risk? I can't let you go alone.
We'll stay close to you, and if at all you need our help, then give us a signal.
But what is the problem in setting up a lamp? That was a different ceremony. This is housewarming ceremony. Queen Subrasi, light the lamp.
A very good morning to you. Thank you so much for creating time for us this morning. It is 17 days into the 6th month, the year 2020. A cold morning right here in Kenya's capital, Nairobi. But wherever you're watching us from, I believe you're well, you're staying safe, especially during this time that we are all trying to play our part to mitigate the spread of COVID-19. But other matters are also happening amidst this outbreak. We have a lot in terms of the politics of the day, and also an impeachment motion that touches on the Kirinyaga County Governor Anne Mumbi Waiguru. Yesterday, we saw that long day at the Senate that saw us witness a lot of drama and a lot of emotions. We saw the numerous standing orders that were raised by the senators there as they were trying to debate on whether her case will be decided by the plenary or a special committee of the Senate. But by the end of the day, at the climax of it all, the decision was made, and about 45 senators voted in favor of having the investigations or the hearings to be done by a special House committee. So that will be forming part of our conversation this morning, and we will also be letting you in. I'll be letting you know how you can be part of this conversation in a bit. But for now, I want to take you through how there has been a chronology of impeachments against governors since we started this whole process. And it's not just Anne Mumbi Waiguru who has have had to go through this particular process. Let me take you way back to 2014. When the first governor in Kenya faced the impeachment motion. This is none other than the Embu Governor Martin Nyaga Wambora. This was in February 2014 when Embu MCAs voted to impeach the governor for violating the Public Procurement and Disposal Act. They also accused him of violating the Public Finance Management Act and the Constitution. And remember, if you can move just, this is the governor that was baptized, the governor with 9 lives. I'll be telling you why in a bit. But before we get to Anne Waiguru, we're still on Martin Nyaga Wambora. Anne Waiguru is actually the latest, but I just wanted to take you step by step, if my director can work with me on this, so that we can be able to just understand how events have panned out. But the latest is actually what you can see here, Anne Mumbi Waiguru. I'm actually waiting for us to just go step by step on this so that we can be able to just give you a clear picture on how we've gone since 2014. And now we are here when it comes to the impeachment motions against the governors. But let me just take you, finish up with Martin Wambora. In February 2014, there was that impeachment motion at the Embu County Assembly. But then in April 2014, they forwarded a resolution to the Senate. These are the MCAs, whereby 39 senators voted in favor of the impeachment motion, but he successfully challenged that impeachment and was reinstated. And you also saw him come out strongly in 2017 when he was re-elected for his second term in office. And now we take you to, this is actually in September 2016, another impeachment motion that was brought forth when Nyeri MCAs voted to send the late Governor Ndiritu Gachagua home. He survived the impeachment after senators rejected all the charges and that were brought against him, saying they did not meet the threshold for the impeachment. Now, just going to the next slide, or touching on more in terms of impeachment. In November 2015, senators threw out the impeachment motion after ruling that it did not meet the impeachment, the constitutional threshold. But then again, other impeachment motions happened in Kericho County, where in May 14, 2014, 32 MCAs approved the impeachment of the governor, Paul Chepkwony, accusing him of, among others, abuse of office, flaunting procurement rules, and unlawfully procuring goods and services. We will be taking you through that chronology in a bit, but then just to let you in on our conversation today, we are talking about the impeachment against the Kirinyaga governor, Anne Mumbi Waiguru. But for now, let's just catch up with the latest on what is happening today. We are taking you to an event that is currently happening when it comes to the mitigation measures being put in place to curb the spread of COVID-19. Today, it was touching on the preparedness of the county governments. Let's just go there and listen into what is happening.
Proposals and ideas. As I proposed during the last discussion, I think in every sentence, what we start, we propose, in order for us to say Kenyans, this is what we do. In order, because that's what we are coming to the newspaper. In order for us to say Kenyans, let's isolate Nairobi. In order for us to say Kenyans, let's isolate Mombasa. In order for us to say Kenyans, let us place Kaffi. That's the long and short of it. The idea is how do we ensure that we can take a decision which we are prepared to carry out the burden of going forward. And in so doing, make sure that two things balance. A, we save Kenyan lives, and we save their livelihoods. That's big. And the spiritual and normal knowledge and courage. So I want to thank you very, very much and wish you good deliberations. You have always, the religious and spiritual fraternity have always been in the forefront of every crisis that this nation has faced. May it be political, this building has resolved a lot of problems in Kenya. A lot of problems. So we are sure even now, God is here and God is with us and God will guide us as we move forward to make decisions that are going to be impactful to our people. I thank you and wish you Godspeed.
Most Reverend Archbishop Anthony Mayer, the chairperson of this Interfaith Council, the national response to the coronavirus pandemic, and I beg your indulgence, please to now refer to as Mr. Chairman. This day forward. Our leader. First of all, good morning. Good morning. On my own behalf and on behalf of my colleagues in government, including my brother and my friend, our Minister of Health, who has just spoken to us, I want to start first of all by saying that I thank the Lord for all of you. Because there are many things that people take for granted that they don't remember to actually even say thank you to the Lord for. They think they're very simple. There are very, very few countries even around us that have the privilege that we have from time to time to sit around the table with our religious leaders to consult and work together on critical national policy issues like that. So we do not take it for granted that you are available and that we are seated here with you to address the issues that we are addressing this morning. Before I make a few remarks, including delivering a message from His Excellency the President to you, I want to let you know that I am accompanied by some senior officials from our Ministry of Interior and Coordination of National Government. First of all, our Principal Secretary, Mr. Mete Tuku, who is also going to be on hand to support you. Mr. Famba, Paul Famba is our staff, and we have now seconded him here to this council for the entire life of the council.
Interior Cabinet Secretary Dr. Fred Matiang'i. Earlier there we saw the CS in the Ministry of Health, Mutahi Kagwe. They are actually this morning just launching the first meeting of the Interfaith Council as it sets the pace for the reopening of places of worship in the country. We will be following up on that particular story for you. And remember, we are also expecting a briefing on the COVID-19 preparedness across the counties as well. And we'll also make sure that we give you that particular update. But for more on what our reporters are out and about following up on, here is the Reporter's Diary. So those are some of the activities that we're tracking for you this particular day, plus among others that our news team is working on. So we will make sure that throughout the day we keep you informed on the latest happenings in Kenya and beyond borders. And right here on News Check, what we do each and every day is we make sure that some of these issues that are shaping the news, we find time to have a studio sit down, look at all the angles, and just make you understand the perspectives that come with it so that you can have a deeper understanding of some of these issues. But today, what has been trending for a better part of yesterday and even going forward in the next few days is the impeachment motion against Kirinyaga Governor Anne Mumbi Waiguru. Before I bring in my guests into this conversation, I want to invite you to be part of it, and we want you to contribute to what happened at the climax of yesterday when the Senate decided to have an 11-member committee to be able to hear the case against Waiguru. So we are asking you this morning on our viewpoint question, what is your opinion on the 11-member committee formed to probe charges against Kirinyaga Governor? What is your opinion on the 11-member committee formed to probe charges against the Kirinyaga Governor Anne Mumbi Waiguru? Remember, yesterday there was that debate on whether it was going to be a hearing by the plenary, which is the whole house, or they're going to have a special committee to hear this particular case. A lot of dynamics come into play when it comes to which direction this takes. But so far, even with the impeachment motions we've witnessed in the past, it has always been the bone of contention. So today we want to understand more about the decision by the Senate yesterday first, and then we'll also look at the politics in Kirinyaga County and what options the governor has going forward, and even, just issues that are emerging with this impeachment motion against Anne Mumbi Waiguru. And joining me to have that very important conversation right now, I'm having a panel of two gentlemen. First is Fred Okango, who is the Secretary General of Third Way Alliance Party. Thank you so much for creating time for us this morning. And I'm having Professor George Wajakoya, a legal expert, and is very able in this and has been practicing not just locally but in the US and also in the United Kingdom. Thank you so much, sir, for creating time for us as well. And we'll be getting a cocktail of both the politics of it and also the legal side of this particular matter. But most importantly is for the residents of Kirinyaga County to understand what this means for them, and also to understand how these processes are done, what is the procedure, and what is the likely outcome, and also for the whole nation to also understand what is happening in Kirinyaga County. And this is what we want to talk about. But before we begin our conversation, let me just give you a brief background about what has been happening until what we saw yesterday. Waiguru was actually impeached on the 9th of June 2020. This is after 23 out of 33 Kirinyaga members of the county assembly voted for her impeachment. And what they're accusing her is, among others, gross misconduct, abuse of office, and violation of the Constitution. We had 4 MCAs who abstained and 6 were absent at this particular session. But the drama that we witnessed there, we even saw some members of the county assembly spending the night just to make sure that this motion goes through. But literally, the motion was filed by Mutira Ward MCA David Kinywa Wangui, and still a lot that is coming into play in that particular county. Now, I want to bring in you gentlemen into this conversation. A quick one, just a general observation on what is happening in Kirinyaga County. I'll begin with you, Fred. Looking at what has been happening and even the fate of Anne Mumbi Waiguru, how do you interpret what is happening in Kirinyaga County?
Thank you so much for having me today. I think impeachment of public officers is not news to many Kenyans. We have seen it before because Kenyans are now understanding that they can actually follow the Constitution. But again, we've also seen instances where the Constitution has been abused by office holders to crucify individuals who actually have not gone through the due process. There's what we call the rules of administrative justice, fair hearing, and so on and so forth. Now, what we are saying is that in Kirinyaga, the governor, Anne Mumbi Waiguru, has been accused. And the MCAs went ahead and removed her from office on the grounds that are provided for in Article 181. But look, that does not end the process. The process must proceed because there is a legislation, or rather a statute called the County Government Act, that provides that once that happens, then the Senate must now come in and look at the charges. Indeed, they did forward the charges to the Speaker of the National Assembly, and the Speaker has set up a committee of 11 members. That is what the County Government Act says in Section 33. What we must now avoid, both as the public and as politicians, is to trying to go ahead and determine a process that has not come to conclusion. That one is what we call now politics. That process will finish the gains that Kirinyaga has made as a county, the gain that the MCAs have made as a county assembly, and the gains that Anne Waiguru governor has made as a governor. We must give the process its time to conclude. We believe, as the people, and I as Okango, I believe that the Speaker made a right choice of decision in terms of establishing 11-member committee. Not by his wish, but that was the law requires him to do. And that 11-member committee will come out with the report. When that report comes, if it is substantiated, then the Speaker, the Senate will still have an opportunity to vote whether to impeach the governor or not. But the word is, they must be substantiated. If it is not, then that proceeding will end there. The governor has not been removed from office. Again, that one we must know. Because people think that when this has happened now, Governor Waiguru is not a governor anymore. No. The law says that while that is happening, she's still the governor. She's still serving as the governor, elected, doing her duty to the people of Kirinyaga. We do expect that in 10 days, the 11-member committee will give Kenyans, not only Kirinyaga, because this is an issue of national interest, the charges, if they are substantiated or not.
All right, and Professor, how do you interpret this? Even the decision that the Senate, came up with yesterday to have an 11-member committee hear this case. How do you interpret this whole process?
Thank you very much for calling me today. First of all, I have special interest in Kirinyaga by virtue of my links with the late Mr. Kanyotu, whom I worked with very closely. I have also another very close net connection by virtue of having come up when the former governor Ndadi was there, and I had also to assist the girls in secondary schools in Kirinyaga by supplying what I did, and I'm proud of that. And thirdly, before I even answer that question, we first of all, we have to find out what is the root cause of all this. Something is in the offing, something ought to be known, something ought to come out. Who has got a hand in messing up Governor Waiguru, or has she messed herself up? Did she rub shoulders with some people, some brokers who wanted to bring in construction, who bought and brought in construction equipment to be given all the infrastructure contracts? Has she rubbed shoulders with somebody in the process between Kieleweke and Tangatanga? We don't know, but we're going to debate on that. Now, when it comes to the issue of the plenary and also the committee, that was well conversed with yesterday when the senators themselves voted. they voted yes to have the committee. That committee, in my opinion, is the best thing that has happened because it will give the governor an ample opportunity to bring in or to wheel in lawyers to face her task in tandem with the Constitution, the article on fairness, and if she presents her case, then let the committee decide. Let politicians stop myoping around in what they're saying right now, where they're divided between Tanga and Kieleweke. I have a feeling that even if you look at the so-called allegations that have been leveled against the governor, they're talking of gross misconduct, abuse of office, and violation of the Constitution. As a lawyer, the threshold of proving those three is very, very high. They must have very serious and substantive evidence, which they had the opportunity probably before the act to present to the AESCC. They did not follow that process. They went ahead and violated the COVID regulations, went and stepped in the assembly in violation of the court order, slept in there. There is a motive. Thank you.
All right. From what I'm getting from both of you gentlemen, you seem to be sending a message that there could be forces beyond what is happening within the Senate. There could be some political games that could be being played at this particular time. Fred, can you confirm that?
We are not sending a message. Particularly me, I'm not sending a message. But those are facts that you cannot dispute because look at, impeachments are political in nature. And Professor Jakoya has just given a perfect example. A day before the impeachment motion was tabled, there were MCAs who slept in the county assembly. The question that public should be asking, what was stopping them from sleeping in their houses to walk straight in the morning to their county assembly and table the motion? Number two, if you look at the organized demonstrations in Kirinyaga to tell the people of Kirinyaga that the governor must go, while the law requires that even if you are impeached on allegation on those grounds, then she still remains the governor, or he still remains the governor if for other counties. That was a force that is pushing Governor Anne Waiguru towards exit without following the due process. The Senate is not coming to the rescue of Governor Waiguru. The Senate is coming to the rescue of the people of Kirinyaga and Governor Waiguru. Governor Waiguru is also a member or someone from Kirinyaga County. She deserves justice the same way the people of Kirinyaga, through their representatives, MCAs, deserve justice. That justice must go through the due process. The due process requires that once the 11-member committee is formed by the Speaker, they have 10 days to look at the charges that have been tabled. Those charges are going through the 11-member committee because it is only through 11-member committee that they can have time. The governor can choose to be represented by a lawyer or by herself, and they substantiate the issues one by one methodically. When you go through plenary, it is even more political because we have seen the play in Parliament today, in Senate. Tanga versus Kieleweke are now trying to prove a point who has got a bigger war chest. That one is going to deny the people of Kirinyaga the justice. The only justice that they'll get, and in a fair way, for both Kirinyaga people and Governor Anne Waiguru, if the evidence and the charge sheet is tabled before a committee, that committee must also now be up to the task. The committee was formed by the Speaker. If you look at it, that committee is not from Kieleweke alone or Tanga alone or ODM alone. It is a composition of National Senate that has got no interest but the interest of the people of Kenya and to serve justice. Then we also must understand this political process. How do we now stop politicians from taking sides? The report shall be tabled in the Senate if they find Governor Waiguru to have things, something to answer. Then the members of the Senate shall be given another opportunity to vote. Now we see members of Senate, others from Tanga, posting on social media that it is done. How did they know that it is done? How did they know that already the governor has been saved? I've seen the media reporting that Waiguru wins first round. How did they know? These are the things that are fueling conflict in this process, because they are denying Governor Waiguru a chance to present her case and go through the charge sheet and be vindicated or not.
Well said, Fred, but that begs the question then, Professor Wajakoya, what is the real difference in this particular case if the hearing was to be done by a special committee or the plenary? There seems to be a lot of vested interest in terms of which direction this seems to take. Only 2 governors have had their cases go through the plenary. I'm talking about Murang'a Governor Nderitu Gachagua, the former Murang'a Governor Nderitu Gachagua, the late, and Kiambu Governor Ferdinand Waititu. The rest have gone through a special committee. There seems to be a lot of mistrust, even in the composition of the committee. We had, the sentiments of Senator Kipchumba Murkomen. They're questioning not just going the committee route, but who is part of this committee. What is the difference, and why is it, raising a lot of eyebrows?
I wouldn't take anything that Senator Murkomen says with a pinch of salt. I mean, Senator himself has just been removed because of gross violation of the Constitution, gross misconduct of the Constitution, abuse of power, and he was taken before the Senate and removed. Therefore, he has no moral authority to comment on issues right now, given the fact that he is a member of Tanga group who is spearheading the interest of the known. He is still a very bitter man at the moment, and I listened to him yesterday. I followed him. He's talking with bitterness, revenging kind of attitude.
But he's still a senator, though. He may not be in
that's where I'm coming
previous
from.
Position, but he's still a senator, and the debate was for senators.
Yes, he's still wounded, and therefore what he's talking about is overreaction. You can even see what Ms. Kihika, Senator Kihika said. She went out with an innuending language by saying that everything has been sanitized on the Capitol Hill. This is a lawyer of high reputable character, because I've known her when she was practicing in Texas, a very formidable lawyer coming up with some kind of cantankerous methodology of language in the Senate, where she's talking beyond the language expected of her. Therefore, I wouldn't want even to comment more than what I've said on what Senator Murkomen said. I don't hate him. He's a colleague, he's counsel, but his process of coming out is still vending from what happened recently. Mm-hmm. But having said that, and of course without any kind of prejudice, what I would like to say is there is a lot of bickering now going on following the purge in Parliament and the purge in the Senate, which has also been followed by that in Parliament. There is that drifting apart. And we should not actually bring that into this issue. Here is a woman we are talking about. Here is a woman who has been a minister for devolution. Here is a woman who has been elected by the people of Kirinyaga when they were calling her Minji. What happened? And as I said before, somebody somewhere has got an interest, and this will come out during the plenary, during the special committee that is going to look into the allegations. What I would want to tell the senator, the governor, is the ball is in her court. Let her look for the best legal minds that come in from the political side of the law, not the law side of politics. And this will be a scorch-free case.
In January, if we remember, the senators were actually pushing for a formulation of a special, committee to hear the case against the former Kiambu Governor Ferdinand Waititu. Yesterday, we saw a total about 10 when some senators were actually against it. The same who supported such a route just in January. Fred, still I would ask you the same question. Why does it seem to be, a lot of mistrust and a lot of questions being raised about whether to have a plenary or a special committee?
As I said earlier, impeachment motions are political. But let's start from what happened in Senate yesterday. there are senators in that house that think that the committee was a creation of a certain person or certain individuals. No. The County Government Act Section 33, 3B says that the Senate by resolution may form a special committee. It means it was resolved by Senate, Tanga included, Kieleweke included, and all other parties. So it was their decision by the Senate, and the majority carried the day, say, okay, we are going the committee way. Number two, in the County Government Act, the moment the Speaker receives, the Senate Speaker receives the notice of impeachment from the County Speaker, they have got 7 days to form that committee, to call for special sitting and form that committee. There is nowhere in that act, and Ojakoya as a lawyer will correct if I'm wrong, that says that it must only be plenary. But the word in the section 33 of County Government Act says may form a committee by resolution. That is what happened. So I don't see anything wrong with that committee. And this committee is a formation by Senate. Number two, you have asked about what is the difference? I'll tell you. Number one, and that's why Senator James Orengo almost let the cat out of the bag yesterday. You have seen the interest that has come into play in Kirinyaga. Kirinyaga politics is not just any other politics. First of all, Anne Waiguru is one of the female governors we have around today. She has come out as a very strong person in terms of her politics. I'm not saying Governor Waiguru is wrong or right, but I'm saying if you look at her political demeanor, she has positioned herself as one lady who can fight it out with the men, which we encourage as young people and the people of Kenya, that women must now take part in politics. But look at how that case is being executed politically. There are people who even said that Anne Waiguru has already been saved while the motion is in before Senate. Nothing has happened. So who is this who went ahead and saved Waiguru while no report has been tabled, no charge sheet has been read, and so on and so forth? So that political process must now stop and give the politics of law in Senate to take place. Number three, the case of Waiguru, or the case of Governor Waititu is also a very different case. Governor Waititu, former Governor Kiambu Waititu, had a case in court. He had been arraigned and he was out. So there was a very strong case, even a stronger one than what is happening in Kirinyaga. I've not seen Governor Anne Mumbi Waiguru taken to court on the same charges that the MCA presented before the County Assembly. That does not stop them from proceeding to apply themselves to the Constitution Article 181 and go through County Government Act to impeach her. No. If they have every reason, they'll do that. But in the case of Waiguru, in the case of Waititu, there was a case in court with similar charges. And therefore, it was just a matter of when, not what if. Today, we are talking about Governor Anne Mumbi Waiguru, who even went to court to seek for a stopping order because of what is happening, but she lost that case, and the County Assembly members went ahead with the violation to proceed and impeach her. What we are saying is the county government of Kirinyaga, the County Assembly of Kirinyaga, the people of Kirinyaga, County Governor of Kirinyaga, Anne Waiguru, all of them require justice. That justice, for you to get it, there must be a fair pathway of getting it. It should not be seen like you are being crucified. And that's what the law says. Because if you go the plenary way or the committee way and people are not convinced that the process was fair, then we're still going to have a question. So we want to ask, or I want to ask the people of the Senate particularly, the committee members, do everything possible to ensure that both Governor Anne Waiguru, both the people of Kirinyaga, both county government of Kirinyaga have justice, because that's what people are looking for. Any other impeachment that have happened before in other counties are not a benchmark to crucify or save Waiguru. Waiguru's case is a very different case, and it must be taken as a different case with the evidence before it, the charge sheet, and the defense of Anne Waiguru.
All right, and we all hope that that committee will actually deliver, because that is exactly what not just the residents of Kirinyaga are expecting, but the whole nation is actually watching at this particular time. But they always say in politics there is the ideal versus the reality. And I want us to go to the ideal, what actually ought to happen for us to understand how this committee ought to operate. And this I'll direct to you, Professor. What does the law say in terms of how to formulate such a committee? What is their mandate? And probably what should guide the conversations or the processes that such a committee ought to take?
First of all, the Senate is like a courthouse. It's actually a quasi-judicial body that is mandated by the Constitution. And we have seen that before in Muranga Governor's case. We have also seen it in Kiambu. We have seen it in Embu and Nyeri. And we're almost seeing it in what was happening with Professor Kivutha Kibwana. Now, there are rules and regulations and the process that guide, standing orders that guide the special committees, ad hoc committees, committees looking into various affairs, in how to regulate the process. I will speak it in the layman's language. Governor Waiguru will be called before the committee to appear to answer charges leveled against her, and the rules of fairness will be observed to the letter. Now she can either present herself, which I will advise not to do it on her own, but get very sharp-minded lawyers, especially lawyers from the old school of thought, not the crop we have today, and I have reasons for that, and I'm not trying that the crop of today is inefficient. We need people like Ngatia, we need people like, and I'm sorry to call them, I don't have their permission.
I was actually even proposing.
Yes, yeah, we need also to call people like Kiraide, what is his name again? Kiraide. We have seasoned lawyers who understand the process. People like Haminwa, who would come in and even sit in, and if I was to advise her, she would also bring in an international lawyer from outside who is very much conversant with this process where politics override the process. And after that, then the committee will go into recession and they will put things together, come up with their conclusion, and present it to the speaker. And the speaker now would want to do what he has to do with the members to discuss it. But that's not the process, the way. The thing is, what are the charges? And can those charges stand? I've not yet looked at them apart from what I've read in the papers. In my opinion, I don't think whether they will stand. But even if they stand, they are amenable to challenge. And they can be challenged even by the superior courts, like what happened in the case of Wambora, when the Court of Appeal overturned some of the decisions that had been made in whichever house it was at that particular time. So I would also say that we Kenyans have gone a step further. We are maturing very slowly in terms of constitutionalism. And in the words of the late Professor Okoth Ogendo, who was the master planner for constitutionalism, a book that took me ages to understand, I think we have gone an inch higher, and we are in the process of maturing in terms of our moral obligations and duties to our constitution. The only problem we have is the foreplay that is happening. And if I may go back to my friend, the Secretary General for Third Way Alliance, he mentioned, you asked him a question which he answered, but I wanted just to give a supplementary affirmation to that answer that he gave, that the Waiguru, the Kiambu issue, when it went before the plenary, or when it was going before the plenary, the then majority leader, Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen, made a proclamation outside the Senate when he said that, wacha wailete Senate to Kanyaga. Now, for God's sake, you are the one who is going to be an arbitrator of an issue, and you already made an answer in advance. Then what kind of predicaments are you trying to put the country in? And that's why the Senate decided to go plenary so that the whole thing could be. And by that time, knowing what we know now, the entire process was actually team was led by the Tanga fraternity. And we thank God with what is happening, because now we see sense coming into our politics and things going the right way. And I praise our president for taking this, but I don't want to go into politics.
All right. Unfortunately, I don't think in this country whether we can stay away from politics, but we will be talking about that in a bit. Right now, I want to take our viewers to an event that we have been following up on. It is happening at the Fungamano House. This is currently speaking is Archbishop Anthony Muheria, the chairperson of the Interfaith Council. Let's listen him.
Meticulously, all those safety measures, such that it becomes easier for us to gather safely, so that those protocols that may be developed by this committee, this commission, will be actually safe. It will be a place where we can worship. It will be a place where we are not going to open dangers. And finally, that our desires will not put any risk to our children, to our grandparents, and to ourselves. Kwa hivyo nataka kusema kwa kwetu sisi wote kama Wakenya, sisi kama viongozi wa madhehebu na makanisa, kwa niaba ya wote waliomo na wale ambao wako manyumbani, viongozi ambao hawakuwa katika hii kamati, tuwaomba tuweze kufuatilia masharti ambayo tumepewa, na hiyo itatubidi kufanya kila moja kutoa dhabihu ya kusema kujinyima, ili kweli tuweze kuwalinda wenzetu tutakapokuwa na hizo harakati, hizo orodha ama vile tutaambiwa kuhusu kufungua mahala pa maombi makanisani. Basi tuwaomba na tuwasihi kwa wakati huu.
Too late, my friends. We are finished. Okay. That's another kukaa mbali.
I think I have said most of what we have done, and we want to thank the president, who has thought it wise to consult with the churches in this very dear area, because all of us in this country are very God-fearing. And so the consultation, because there's a great yearning, that consultation will make this desire of the Kenyans be realized, but be realized in a way that is truly safe and without a danger to anyone in our nation. We know it's a play between the risks involved and the compliance and the mitigations that we put. If we really decide to emphasize how we are going to defend and protect ourselves and our families, then it becomes easy to actually work out ways in which we can have those kind of gatherings. We are yet to discuss, so there is really nothing substantive we can say, except that today we have been inaugurated, and we plead with all Kenyans. Please listen to this plea of your religious leaders. Let us really start now already put in a bit more effort. Only then can we really substantively speak about the possibility of us gathering. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I think Archbishop has said everything. He is our chairperson of the Interfaith Council. On behalf of government, I said it in there, we now want to work with our religious leaders to see how else we can manage the situation that we are in the country. I think it's always wise not to say so much now at the beginning, because the work is beginning. I do not want to spend so much time and waste a lot of these wonderful people's time. Now they have started their work. We will meet again, probably about 2 to 3 weeks' time. Then they will give us their interim thoughts and see how we will work on them. Let us not preempt their discussions. And so my brother, Minister for Health, and I feel that let us let our religious leaders deliberate. We will make available to them all the data and all the information they need from our command center and from our health professionals and personnel, The Minister for Health has graciously arranged a number of professionals who are going to interact with them, and so that in the course of the next 2 to 3 weeks, we can all come to a framework of protocols that we need to open our places of worship, look at the challenges we face in doing that or are likely to face, and how we can deal with them. It's a long journey, and we have begun the journey today. We are going to work together with our religious leaders. I congratulate them on behalf of my brother and my colleagues in government, and I thank the Lord for them and for them being available to work with us. Thank you so much, good people, and God bless you. Thank you indeed.
All right, seems like we are on the road to reopening of places of worship in the country. Remember, they were closed, all courtesy of mitigating the spread of COVID-19. A lot of talks are actually happening right now between the religious leaders in our country and the Ministry of Health officials, Ministry of Interior as well, so that we can actually just have a way forward on how to safely reopen places of worship in the country. And we'll be getting reports later on. The Interfaith Council is chaired by Archbishop Anthony Muheria, who is also the chairperson of the Nyeri Catholic Archdiocese. And it is having quite a number of religious leaders representing various religious institutions, about 18 members of this particular council. But another committee also that is busy working round the clock is the committee that was selected yesterday to continue hearing the case against Kirinyaga Governor Anne Mumbi Waiguru. And the reports we are receiving right now is that this particular morning, they've elected Senator Cleophas Malala to chair the committee, and Senator Abishiro Halake has been elected to be the vice chair of this particular committee. So work has already commenced. And going forward, I would like to direct this question to Fred. The Governor Waiguru can only survive her impeachment if her defense holds water against what the MCAs are charging her of. I don't know what you think are her odds when it comes to this particular process.
Thank you. I think before we go even there, let's look at what is expected of the Senate, the 11-member committee, and what is expected of Governor Waiguru as the accused in this matter. Number one, those charges that have been tabled before the Senate committee that they'll be looking at must be substantiated if Governor Waiguru is to be impeached. Number two, those charges, if they're to be substantiated, then there must be evidence of their allegation and they must prove. But as Prof said earlier, proving allegation of such magnitude is very difficult, particularly at a time when it's also believed that this political witch hunt. A case in place, look at what happened in Isiolo. Already they are starting to believe that impeachment of governor is the only way. Kwale. So we are going to see a lot of this excitement of impeachment on zero grounds, on nothing, so because it's political. But I think with proper defense, with proper documentation, with proper representation, Governor Waiguru will come out having received justice. The people of Kirinyaga will come out having received justice. We shall allow the committee to do their job. Let them report their findings to Senate, and then let Senate, if they're substantiated, then the Senate will now have another opportunity to take a vote, But if they're not, then unfortunately, that gerrymandering, that vipindire of impeachment will end immediately when they are not substantiated. So it will end at the committee level. And the only time that probably, even if it goes all the way and it ends at the voting stage and it collapses, the only time that the MCAs can have another opportunity is after 3 months after the collapse of the vote. But I want to believe that the people of Kirinyaga believe also that they want justice. I want to believe that the MCAs are not, and they should not be driven by politics of witch hunt to remove their governor. Because the reason why I believe this is more political than anything else, we are coming at a time when the president said he is discerning a constitutional moment. And that constitutional moment is a political process. We have seen people who are not ready to have a change in this country that will benefit the people of Kenya in many ways. We have seen politicians who are insisting that to them it's either their way or the highway. We have seen that. Governor Anne Mumbi Waiguru has come out to be one of the few women leaders who want change, not only for herself, but for the people of Kenya and her people. So if it is a political interest, if it's a political competition, then there is a possibility that her competitor could be antagonizing her using that. I'm not saying that's what's happening. That will be found out in the committee. But as a politician, I'm viewing this from the political lens first before I view it at the legal lens. Because it is the politics of the day that will determine whether Waiguru survives or not. We cannot run away from that. But I can assure you, from what I see, from how I see it, things will only come out clear once the 11-member committee are given an opportunity, and they give that opportunity also to Governor Waiguru to be represented or represent herself and table her case. Because as it is now, it is what the MCA have drawn as the charges against us. We have not heard from Governor Waiguru. We want to hear from Governor Waiguru. What is her defense? What is she saying against all the allegations? Then the committee will make a decision.
All right. Justice is something you've really underscored this particular morning, and we will be looking at how that then can be delivered in a bit. But just let me take you through some of the members of this particular committee that, according to the Senate yesterday, formed the 11-member committee. This particular morning, actually, the Kakamega Senator Cleophas Malala has been elected the chair of the 11-member committee, which includes Senator Abishiro Halake, who is the vice chair, and pictures you're seeing on your screens there, actually they're sitting by the committee, which also includes Senator Michael Mbito of Trans Nzoia County, also Senator Mwangi Paul Githiomi of Nyandarua County, and of course Senator Beth Mugo, who is nominated, Senator Anwar Loitiptip of Lamu County, Senator Philip Mpaye of Kajiado, and of course Beatrice Kwamboka, nominated senator, and Senator Stewart Madzai of Kilifi County, as well as Senator Judith Pareno, a nominated senator, and Senator Moses Kajwang of Homa Bay County, some of the members of this particular committee, which, according to their chair, they say that they're going to do all they can to remain impartial in this particular process. The committee is expected to submit the report to the House by Friday next week. But a lot is going to come into play, like even our conversation is, this morning with my panelists. There's a lot that is going to come into play with regards to even the report that is to be tabled before the Senate. But just getting back to you, Professor, what do you think ought to be the principles that should guide the processes of this particular committee so that the justice that Fred is talking about and the justice that even the people of Kirinyaga are expecting is served? For us to stay clear of any doubts, any mistrust on even how the committee is going to conduct its process. Cleophas Malala is very categorical this morning that they're going to be impartial in this particular process. But for them to achieve that, what will it take?
Thank you very much. You've just been touching my heart. I've been feeling very lonely, but now I think I have a partner in that conversation. Those senators you have just mentioned voted yesterday. Some said yes, some said no. How do you expect them to be impartial? Let the public answer me that. Would the same thing happen in Congress in the United States, where those who are saying yes and they are given the opportunity, would they not drive their nail to what their political interest is? This is something that ought to be looked into after in the BBI. We need to look into this and find out how we can actually cure. It's like cancer. Will that stand before the House of Lords in London, the House of Commons in London? Will it even stand before the Senate in the United States, where a partisan Senate is actually tagged with the authority to whim what he believes in? How will they actually come in? And that's why we would have wanted the Constitution to be looked into to find out who will have or who will be given express authority, implied or express, to look into issues in the Senate. I think this process, in my opinion, is flawed right from the beginning. And even if they come up with a decision favoring the governor, can someone go to the Supreme Court to challenge that decision because of procedural impropriety? Procedural impropriety pegged on bias and Wensbury unreasonableness, whereby the accuser becomes the judge, the arbitrator, and also concludes the whole thing. It is a problem. I'm having a problem. I don't know whether other Kenyans can look at it the way I'm looking at it. It's flawed.
Do you think the decision of the committee is final? Is it final, or it's something that can be...
It can be challenged, but whichever way it goes, it finds a smart lawyer like myself, let me brag again, I'll go outside the box and challenge it. And those are the gaps that we need to look into research. Let it become a determinable issue by those researching that they can write a whole doctorate on it. We need some kind of research to conclude.
All right. Talking about the gaps, do you think, Fred, there could be some sort of gap in the law that would be used for political witch hunt when it comes to such impeachment motions? Or is our law really concrete when it comes to such issues?
Whether the law is tight or loose, it will always happen because it is about competing interest. Now, maybe if Governor Anne Waiguru is watching this show, she should pick up a call and call Professor Wajakoya immediately. But on a lighter note.
You're not going to use my show.
But on a lighter note. But what I'm saying is, the committee, I agree with Professor that some of the people that are in the committee today, the 11-member committee, already voted to go through the committee way. The charge sheet will be tabled before the committee. The governor will be given an opportunity to appear herself or to be represented. The finding of this committee in Section 33 of the County Government Act shall be brought to the Senate. If they are substantiated by the committee, meaning that that proceeding is going on, then there shall be a vote in the Senate. So this is where the numbers will be needed. And we have been talking about numbers. So the question that the public should be asking themselves, assuming everything is constant, the committee does their job, they find that there's something to be substantiated by the governor, and they bring the report to the Senate, and then it is subjected to a vote, impeach or not impeach. Will the people looking for Governor Waiguru's head find their way? That is the question. And you have to follow it from the composition of Senate today, the political alienation today, and the arrangement, starting even from yesterday, how they voted to extend the time, how they voted to have the committee instead of plenary. Your answer is as good as mine.
Very, heavy words there to think about. But, just looking at it and still staying on that matter of political witch hunt, then how do we differentiate for a common mwananchi who could be a resident of Kirinyaga County and they elected MCAs to represent them in various interests? How then can they differentiate when the people they elected are acting on their interest or on their own, on the interest of the public or on the interest of the MCAs themselves for their own political gains? How can Wanjiku separate these two issues, Fred?
Well, that's a good question, but it has a long way to go. Probably it needs literature review that we can come to scientific-based evidence to have a rationalized conclusion. The same people we are referring to are the same people who elected these people. And by the time they were electing them, they did not actually go into Chapter 6 to look into what happened. I ran for MP for Tottenham when Barney Grant died in England, North London. And I was thrown out at the primary level by the Labour Party because I could not meet the threshold. Because a voter in Tottenham constituency said that this man is not married and therefore he has no moral duty or obligation to lead us. Of course, we had people like Brown, the former Chancellor, and Prime Minister Nick Brown, who was not married, but he was elected nevertheless. But small things like those ones made me not to go to UK Parliament because it was a moral responsibility. But here, when it comes to the masses, or when it comes to electoral time, people go by the whims of the party. They go by who is heading what. In ODM, if Raila is there, I'm going there. No matter what I do, I have to go through the ODM. Jubilee, we saw the fracas that happened. I have Roots Party, and we even, at the moment, we don't allow people to come to use us to go to Parliament to do what? Last election in Embakasi, we refused to bring in somebody. So what I'm trying to say is, can we have mass education to the voter? Can we also challenge Parliament to give money to political parties, all political parties that have been registered under the Political Parties Act, to have money to go out and educate the voters about civic education? Or do we have these things that come up when it is said or alleged that we are following the Constitution, we have popular participation, and they only call in a few people here and there, and then boom, people have participated? We still need civic education. We need moral responsibility in us, people who want to run for electoral offices. If I know that I've got a cantankerous character, or a character that can put me into disrepute, regardless of chapter 6, I'll say hallelujah. And me personally, I can't run if I know that I've got a character that will be questionable through the press or through the people or through the religious organizations. So it's our moral duty and responsibility as leaders to start with us as examples. Instead of coming up and jumping from here, hopping from there, bribing to see the party leaders so that you can be given a seat. All these things, we need to actually come up and find out. Probably my brother, Dr. Kuru, caught with this party, Third Way Allowance, and people like us or what have you, should be given an opportunity so that you can also put in an input. And then you'll find out that when there is an issue of national importance, national security, it's the big parties that assemble themselves, appoint themselves, have people in the BBI panel from themselves. They don't come to people like us who are also Kenyans who have political parties to ask us, well, Professor Wajakoya, can you come over? Jump over, come in. What can you offer us? They are afraid of the unknown, and that's why the masses are also afraid of the unknown, and that's why we need to make a difference in 2022.
Should that be how it's done, Professor? Come to us?
Well, I cannot beg. Trust me.
No, it's not about begging, but it's about presenting your case and
this is what
being present and really rubber stamping that this is our this is our stand on this particular issue.
I will not even for one day in my life, I'm 60 years old today, I will not even for a day follow somebody like what happened with the likes of Atwoli and what have you. Oh, Bab, have come. Can you put me inside? They will not even look at you. Let's see what people like Museveni have done in Uganda. Let's see what Jakaya Kikwete did. Let us see what Uhuru is also doing right now. Reach out to the unknown, bring them on the phone, and I'm not saying myself. I'm already a well-accomplished person, both financially, what have you. Reach out to those people who can come in with different views and accept them or let those views be floated. Let's have a channel of communication, with an inclusive channel of communication. Because now, if you look at the Kenyans in the diaspora, the amount of money they remit here can propel the economy of this country to another level. Why can't you also have them come here and help this country to move on the way Museveni has done in Uganda, rather than recycling the same people, appointing the same people, calling the same people to make decisions for this country? We say no.
I still feel there's some sort of the political interest and the public interest. It's blurred. You cannot really differentiate what is political interest and what is public interest. And in most cases, political interest then becomes public interest. Fred, who do you think should conduct this civic education that Professor Wajakoya is proposing this morning, for Mwananchi to know what they really want and for them to even know the power that they have in making sure this happens? Because for me, I feel most of the time, it's the politicians they've elected who decides then what they need and how they should be given what they deserve. How can we go about this particular issue, Fred?
Well, public interest is driven by political interest. And that's why there's political representation Because you can imagine today, if all of us Kenyans, ordinary Kenyans, would walk to National Assembly or County Assembly and demand that we want this law and we want it now, there will be chaos. There must be representation. That representation must be true representation. What we have seen is a false representation from the County Assembly members, National Assembly members, and the Senate. That false representation has given in or has given birth to now witch hunt. And that's why we are saying there is a possibility that there are certain people who want someone out and they'll use the public interest that is driven the political interest to get their way. Number two, go to the County Assembly today, for example, Kirinyaga County Assembly. The members of the County Assembly, they have got a legislative authority, and that authority is vested in them and they exercise the County Assembly. They have done that. They also have the oversight. They may oversight for as long as they, respect the principles of separation of power, to oversight the County Assembly, of which Governor Anne Waiguru is a member. So they have done their job, and they have represented their people. What now must happen? Whatever they have alleged, whatever they have done, with the evidence they have tabled it. But because Professor Jacoso will tell you as a lawyer that the principles of justice, fair administrative justice, where you are innocent till proven otherwise, that is what Governor Waiguru now is going through. She has an opportunity also to be heard. No one has heard her. Now, this is the opportunity for her to be heard. The committee members will now look at the two. What the County Assembly members are alleging while representing their people, who is the public, and what Governor Anne Waiguru is countering while doing that job for the people. Now, in terms of civic education, I think what is lacking in this country, and that's why you see some of these things are coming out. We have an issue to do with public participation. The Constitution of Kenya today is a very progressive one, and it allows citizen participation, public participation. There are so many laws that require that the public participates in their governance, right from Article 10 in Counties 174, Principle of Public Finance, Article 201, all of them require the public. But the process of achieving that outcome of public participation has been very gray. So that, and that's why Professor is saying, today, if Governor Anne Waiguru is accused of, for example, misappropriation of funds, for example, the question that the people should be asking, that fund that was expended, did the public give their views on how it can be used? Those are the questions that people will be asking. But if it was done, then what is the problem? Then that now becomes the political vision we're talking about. I believe that for us to strengthen our institutions as a country, then the people must be involved more. Not only political parties, parliamentary political parties, but even other smaller political parties, because we are players in this field. So the inclusion of the public, their participation, and not only their participation, their views being incorporated in the final decision is more important than their participation alone. So for me, I think all these things, like now we are talking, these are public participation, we're talking about the issue that is happening in Kirinyaga. Tomorrow it will be in Homa Bay County. What I've always asked myself, when the county assembly members decide to impeach a governor, they produce what would look like very cogent arguments and documents based on the allegation, whether it is misconduct, violation of constitution. But when they demand something from the governor, they also go and bow and say, we want to go to Israel to do benchmarking and misappropriate funds. At that time, do they consider that even themselves, they are going against the requirement of the principle of public finance? They don't. So it's only when it is not working their way is when the government is wrong. When it's working on their way, the government is okay. I think we must bring this country into order. The people of Kirinyaga, Homa Bay County, Kiam, all the 47 counties must now know, is your MCA, when they are impeaching the governor or any public officer, are they acting on their behalf or on your own behalf? Number two, while they're doing that, is everyone involved getting a fair administration of justice, or there is a political force driving the agenda so that others can be persecuted and their head presented for the chopping board or not? Otherwise, we are going to see a county assembly in the country, in Kenya, that are chaotic, that are funded to do one or two things, or we are going to see a county assembly or county government that the governors don't care, they loot the money and go away and the public suffer. The mix must come by involving the people. The mix must come by incorporating everyone and following the law as is. Today, the law requires that Governor Anne Waiguru go through the due process. That due process will only end when the allegations are not substantiated, or when the allegations are substantiated and the Senate is given an opportunity to vote to impeach or not to impeach. That day will come in the next 10 days. We must hold our horses.
All right. And that critical question you've posed there, it carries a very important answer that all the people, not just in Kirinyaga, but nationwide, ought to really think about. Are the people you elected acting on your behalf or on their own behalf? Are they serving their own interest or the interest of the public? And the public in this case is yourself. It doesn't matter, it could be an impeachment against somebody, or it could be just any other thing, as little as even just a policy or a development project, anything that they do in their mandate, in their capacity of leadership in your area. Whatever they do, are they serving your interest or serving their own interest? If we can all answer that question, if we can get to a point where we are empowered enough to answer that question, then I believe we can be in the right place to elect the right leaders in this country. But I know that's a long journey for us to get there, considering what we've seen happening in our country. But Wednesday is the big day when the governor will be having a date with the special committee to present her case. Governor Anne Mumbi Waiguru, according to reports you're receiving, is that she will be appearing before this particular committee on Wednesday to present her case. But remember, earlier I told you they are expecting to submit their report by next week of Friday. So a lot is going to be coming out. But now, looking at whichever direction this goes, and here I want to probe the significance of the MCAs. Right now, they've decided that 23 of them voted to impeach Governor Anne Mumbi Waiguru. But then, in any case, you know, things do not go according to the way they had anticipated. Then where does this leave the county assembly? How is the working relationship going to be like? This I want a response from both of you, gentlemen. I'll begin with you, Professor.
First of all, the 10 days that has been given to impeach Governor Waiguru are not enough. That one in itself is unfair. Justice requires ample time. And this is a full-throat hearing where the defense will require more than 3 days to prepare. But if it's going to be done in a shammy way because of the limitation of time, and there's no problem, there's no need of, why this is not necessary to hurry up to do what? 10 days are not enough, and whichever way the findings go, that is also something that BBI should look into. Can we give 2 weeks? Can we also come up with a methodology in that we move away from the Senate when it comes to impeachment, especially after the vote and after the senators that have been involved in the process being given the same audacity? That's an issue that is very fundamental because the whole process is a fraud. But having said that, we are still in a progressive center. We are still at a progressive stage. We shall be there one day. It has taken America many years to reach where they are. It has taken the House of Lords many, many years to reach where they are. We are at the incubation. But coming to what you said, I think what we need to do is to be resilient, is not to follow the whims of these politicians who utter words like what used to happen just a few days ago between Tanga and Kieleweke, where their main breed or brand was to abuse and abuse and abuse. And I wonder what kind of leadership is that the electorate will be looking at the people they have elected abusing other people, abusing the president without any kind of impunity, abusing those in authority. We need to have a cocktail of maturity, mature politicians, people who are seasoned, and that's why when you go to the House of Lords, you'll see white, gray hairs like mine. When you go to Congress, you'll see people who are seasoned. But when you come with these young people, and of course I'm not saying that young people are bad, and brand them and give them a few shillings to run around churches and giving money, that's wrong. But I'm not going to go that direction. The responsibility is us Kenyans to go back in the drawing table and think of
You
what to
seem
do.
to be having something against the young people, Professor. But
No, I have
that's a debate for another day.
Thank you.
Let me bring in Fred into this. I also wanted to get your perspective on, you know, what are the likely outcomes with this particular process, especially in case it does not go the way the MCAs had anticipated. How is the relationship even going to be like back at the County Assembly, you know, in terms of even the policies that maybe Anne Waiguru may want implemented, the projects she will want to do in her remaining term in office? How is this going to play out?
Yeah, first of all, I think the relationship appears to be broken now, because 23 out of the 33 seem to be pushing her out. They want her out. There's a number that believe that she's still a governor who can help you know, steer and lead the development agenda of Kirinyaga County. But I think whichever way whatever the outcome of this process, there's still a very big opportunity for Governor Anne Waiguru to work her way out. She can seek, if at all she is impeached, for example, she can decide to go and appeal. The other way, if she is not impeached, then she can go back to the county and consider reconciling and explain to them, look, gentlemen and ladies, we are here for the people of Kenya, not for our own selves, and this is what I want us to do. But I think there's something that Prof has brought. While Prof doesn't believe in some of our young leaders.
Not really. No,
yeah, but
experience.
But I think from what some of the young leaders have demonstrated is what is making Prof say what he's saying. We have proposed, both as a party and as a people of Kenya before, that the Senate that we have today, for it to be fully functional, then we might consider to have it as an upper house. Because we are going in a bicameral system where we've got two houses. And he has given a perfect example of the House of Lords. Now, the issue here is when a matter comes straight from the county assembly to the Speaker of the Senate, and there's an 11-member committee to look at that matter, I have to admit there are possibility of influence. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's possible. You never know. What maybe this country or the people of Kenya should now start looking at, because in future we're going to have so many impeachments still, how do we have a cocktail of the two? Is it possible that in the preliminary stages, such allegations first go through a lower house, and then the upper house veto them, you know, so that we have a process that takes time, is transparent and accountable. Then that way we can say we are coming out of the other side clean or dirty. Lastly on that, I think the people of Kirinyaga should not be bothered with the politics of succession, the politics in the county assembly, and the politics in the county executive. What should bother them is put your representative to task and make them deliver their promises that they promised during their campaign. We only have 2 years to go. I'm sure there's a lot to be done in Kirinyaga. I've been there before and I've seen what has been done, and there's more to be done. This is the time that the County Assembly of Kirinyaga, the County Executive of Kirinyaga, led by their governor, should come together after this process. I want to believe that it will be a fair process, that both parties shall get justice. If we arrive at that point, then they have a perfect opportunity to reconcile and move together. Because if they don't do that, then they are setting stage for early campaigns. Some of the MCAs that are pushing for a removal have ambitions. Some of the MCAs that are pushing for protection also have ambitions. Ambitions change in a second in politics. If tomorrow the ambition tells them that I now want to be this, they'll align with the side that will achieve the ambition, and the service delivery will not be achieved in Kirinyaga. They must now look at their people, not themselves, as I said before. But I want to ask them, please let this process go to its conclusion. it has taken. We might not agree with the committee, we might not how it was formed, we might not agree with the allegations, but now that the process has taken place and it is ongoing, let's allow it. The people of Kirinyaga, we know as a people of Kenya that you have got weighty matters you want resolved. Why don't we give this process time?
Okay.
So that once it comes to the other end, then we can have what to say.
All right.
As it is now, whatever we say is null and void because the process has not completed.
All right. Now, what has been happening is that after the 11 members committee was elected, today they elected Kakamega Senator Cleophas Malala to chair the 11-member special committee, and he's currently speaking. Let's listen into what he has to say.
Senator Abshiro Alake as the vice chairperson. Second, we've had various deliberations on how we're going to conduct the process before us, and we have considered the matrix of activities and the hearing program. We have decided that we're going to conduct this process within the stipulated time as per the County Government Act. We are supposed to adjudicate this matter within 10 days, and we have committed ourselves as members of this committee that we shall have a report before 26th June, that is Friday next week. Second, I would also like to tell and notify the public that this committee is well constituted according to our standing orders. Standing Order 75 provides for the House to either adopt a plenary way of adjudicating this matter or a select committee. Yesterday, the plenary, through its democratic ways of conducting business, agreed and adopted the select committee way. I wouldn't want to delve deep into the pros and cons of going the committee way, but I want to assure Kenyans that this committee has membership which is competent, has membership whose integrity cannot be questioned, and we want to assure Kenyans that we are going to conduct this exercise with all fairness. We're going to be impartial. We're going to allow the disputants to come and make their submissions in a fair way, and whatever resolution that this committee will come with will be free and fair to all parties. So I want to assure the people of Kirinyaga and Kenyans at large that this committee will not be compromised or will not be influenced by any other person who is not seated in this committee.
We will also be alive to the fact that a member of parliament and a ranking member of ODM has already said that members of ODM have instructions to save Waiguru. What would you speak to that? Even in the fact that you speak that you cannot be compromised, it seems like it's a fair complaint.
I think I'm not a member of ODM, so I wouldn't answer.
Yeah. As a member of ODM, and you know how senior I am in that party as chairperson of election board, I can confirm that I have not even spoken to Baba for the last several weeks, and I can assure you that he knows that he has a team that is able to work, that is able to make judgment without necessarily having to be called by him as to how we can discharge justice to this republic. So I condemn those that are saying that we have instruction. The Senate is independent. You cannot speak on behalf of the Senate. We are here as the senators that have been mandated by the House, and I can assure you we will deliver justice. They should spare Baba from every other comment saying that he has given directives. He has not given any directives.
There's already a perception out there as a result of the events that we saw in the Senate yesterday that there's a predetermined outcome, that this is a non-relevant sort of an activity. Does it concern you?
Of course, there is what we call public perception, but we are not guided by public perception. We have been selected by the House to transact on behalf of the House, and I want to assure Kenyans that we shall not be influenced by anybody. And I also want to take this opportunity to caution members of National Assembly not to delve with issues in the Senate. We are two separate houses. Let them conduct their business in the National Assembly and not interfere with business in the Senate. We are an independent House. Yesterday on the floor of the House, I emphasized the fact that Senate is an independent House, and it shall not and it will never be micromanaged by anybody who is seated outside Senate.
Kidogo labda kwa Kiswahili, mwenyekiti, kuna dhana kwamba kamati hii tayari ina matokeo. Watu wameita kamati ya mwosho mmoja. Sijui wewe maoni yako ni yepi kuhusiana na dhana hii na kujibia?
Nitapatia Mheshimiwa Mazayo aseme jambo, lakini kama mwenyekiti tu ningependa kusema kwamba hii kamati imepewa mamlaka na wabunge ambao wanakaa kwenye Senate, na sisi tunasema kwamba hatutashurutishwa na mtu yoyote kufanya kazi yetu. Tunaenda kufanya kazi hii kwa usawa na hakuna mtu yoyote ambaye atatushurutisha. Ningependa kukashifu wale wabunge wa bunge la kitaifa ambao wamekuwa mstari wa mbele kusema kwamba kuna msimamo fulani wa chama. Sisi hatufanyi kazi hapa kama vyama, tunafanya kazi kama ile kamati ambayo imechaguliwa kuangalia swala hili la Kirinyaga, na hatutashurutishwa na mtu yoyote wala kuambiwa tupige kura namna hii ama tuchukue msimamo fulani. We are independent na hatutakubali kwenda mwelekeo ambao walikuwa maza. Nitapatia Mheshimiwa Mazayo nafasi.
Ndio kamera ziko nasi vizuri.
Ndio. Nafikiri vile inavyotafakariwa na wananchi katika Kenya ni jambo baya kwa mtu yoyote kuweza, ama ni kinyume cha sheria kwa mtu yoyote, mambo ambayo yako ndani ya Senate na yanakuwa yanaangaliwa, yanachunguzwa ili ukweli uweze kujulikana. Itakuwa ni makosa sana kwa mtu kusema ya kwamba sisi tutakuwa kama mwosho mmoja. Hiyo mimi nataka kusema na ikanusha kabisa ya kwamba hakuna kitu kama hicho. Si sote ni watu na heshima zetu, na nina hakika ya kwamba ukweli wa kina utajulikana wakati tukitoa uamuzi, na Wakenya wote watakuwa hali ya baina ya kwamba wanaweza kuangalia kesi tumeiamua namna gani.
Jubilee, you can have one Jubilee.
Guillaume, come.
Karibu hapa, karibia hapa.
Yeah, it was on the issue of fairness. The people who have been put in this committee are people of integrity. They have dealt with several other issues in the past, and going forward, there's nobody who is to have any fear at all. And it's a committee that is going to work without a fear of intimidation, because this is the only way we can work. You know, it is bad for people to go demonstrating out there without knowing how the committee is going to work. For any demonstration, they are organizers. We know that. There is no place that the people of Kirinyaga sat and agreed that this is the position of Kirinyaga people. And those demonstrating are politicians, perhaps opposed to some situations. This committee is not going to be intimidated in any way. We are going to work independently. We are going to do independent investigations so that we can give justice to Kenyans, the Kirinyaga people, the accused governor. Everybody is entitled to justice, and we are going to do just that.
Thank you.
All right, so that is the select committee there giving an affirmation that going forward they're going to ensure that they are impartial in the process as they discuss the impeachment motion against Kirinyaga Governor Anne Mumbi Waiguru. We saw the elected chair, Kakamega Senator Cleophas Malala, there earlier, talking about how they've deliberated that they're going to give a report before the 26th of June, that is by Friday next week. and of course within 10 days they should be giving their report. The committee has been constituted according to the standing orders. He has really affirmed that and saying it's a legal committee. So I don't know, before we go on a quick break, Fred, you are raising concern about this particular matter. Are you assured right now? You'll be giving me that feedback later when we come back from this short break. This is KBC Channel 1. Keep watching.
Tonight on KBC Channel 1.
And they can stop my love now. None of them can stop my love now. I love you just the way you are, girl. You don't have to change, you don't have to do a thing, no. If you're out there somewhere feeling lonely,
I spy that you see something you might like. Won't you come over if you really feel it?
On the next episode of Elena's Ghost.
Dear God, no, we can't let her do that.
What do you know?
See, the twin is going to throw him out of the attic window.
Throw who?
Elena's little baby.
Tell the big shot that I have all of his dirty laundry in a big sack. Oh, and also know there's a district attorney that's willing to pick up all that dirty laundry and wash it.
Think I want to make peace with you? Who would want to do such a thing for someone like you? You're a murderer.
You should tell Greco that the little is threatening to cut a deal with the DA, and if he does that, he'll name a ton of people.
I'm Colonel retired Nation Randiek, President, Kenya Hockey Union. First and foremost, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the government for putting a program in place to cushion sportsmen and women in this country at this difficult time when we are experiencing COVID-19 pandemic in the world. Taking into consideration that the sports women and men of this country have been brand ambassadors and they've sold this country abroad very, very well. It is a good gesture from the government to give something back at this difficult time. On behalf of hockey, I say thank you very much to the government.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying with us. Before we went to that break, earlier there was a presser by the 11-member special committee that is chaired by Cleophas Malala, the Kakamega senator, and of course the vice chair who was elected this morning is Senator Abishiro Halake. Other members of this particular committee include Senator Michael Mbito, Senator Mwangi Paul Githiomi, Senator Beth Mugo, Senator Anwar Loitiptip, Senator Philip Mpayei, and Beatrice Kwamboka, and the Senator of Kilifi County, Stewart Madzayo, together with the nominated Senator Judith Pareno and Homa Bay County Senator Moses Kajwang. Now, what we heard from this particular committee this particular morning as they were putting their house in order, they say that they are going to be impartial going forward, and they are planning that they are going to deliver their report within 10 days. According to the chair, before 26th of June, they are supposed to be handing over their report. And of course, from what we are getting this particular morning is that Wednesday, the Kirinyaga County Governor Anne Mumbi Waiguru is expected to present her case before this particular committee, and the County Assembly are also to be heard on Tuesday before they give a closing statement on Wednesday after the governor presents her case. So they've just laid out how they're going to work going forward. But before I move on to other matters, I wanted a quick reaction from my panel on just what the chair of the Select Committee has just said. Do you feel that he has really played his part in affirming the public and even the people of Kirinyaga that this is going to be an impartial process? Fred?
Thank you. I think what Senator Malala has done is to reassure the public, and especially the people of Kirinyaga, that they'll be fair in undertaking this exercise. And he has also mentioned a bit of interference from the other house, National Assembly. And remember, earlier around I was saying, for as long as we are not clear on how to conduct such a matter of that magnitude, then interferences will always come. Because I'm looking at a situation where the National Assembly, while they don't represent the counties, they represent the people they represent at the constituency, they also have a role in reviewing the conduct of state officers, in Article 95, and initiate the process of removing them, particularly the president and the deputy president. But on the other side, in Article 96, the Senate oversight the state officers, governors being part of it. Now, so that we don't have such problems in the future, and it is coming at a time when we are going for a constitutional amendment, these are the gaps that we need now to fill. It is true, the Senate is acting within their mandate to represent the interests of the counties. That's fair. But what stops the other members of the other house from commenting on the matter, particularly as lawmakers looking at what is happening? Nothing stops them. So that is the interference. And as a politician, when they comment, then it's likely to have an impact because of influence and so on and so forth. I want to believe that Senator Malala and the team will not only look at justice for the people of Kirinyaga, but also justice for the for Governor Waiguru, because they have stipulated how they're going to conduct the business. If I'm right, the governor will appear on Wednesday, and the county assembly will appear on Tuesday. And therefore, they are giving people equal opportunity to state their case. So in all that, there's a bit of fairness on the face value, if I may say that. There seems to be some fairness already. But now, in looking at the subject matter, the content of the issue that will be deliberated upon, that is where the question is. We want to urge them, the committee, that they should not give in to any influence from whatever quarter, so that they come out as people who are respecting and upholding the rule of law, and most importantly, respecting the Constitution of Kenya, which they swore to protect as legislators. That is the most important thing. And that having been done, then the people of Kirinyaga, with all fairness, they'll come and say, we subjected this matter before the due process, and this is the outcome. They live with it to fight another day, or they'll be happy to start another process that will give them whoever they want as their leader. But as it is today, that process is just starting. We wish them well as the people of Kenya, but let them remember that the public is watching, the people of Kirinyaga are watching, the governor is watching, and everyone is watching. The outcome of that process must not be a process or a product that is questionable in any way. Because if it does, then it will not be in accordance with the spirit and letter of the Constitution of Kenya 2010.
Prof, what do you think, even with regards to the influence that Cleophas Malala was talking about, even what Fred is raising in his response, what do you think about this
it's
process?
very unjust, very unfair. The Constitution talks of fairness, Article 47. How do you expect to comment this thing tomorrow with the defendant coming to present her case? Has she been given? What I would have liked to hear is that the charges will be read before the defendant on Wednesday. They should be given the opportunity on Thursday or 4 days. Now they are doing it in such a way that is so much legally flawed with the timelines that cannot actually make any sense. If I was representing that case, I would require more time to look into the allegations, study them, and then do a response. This is flawed right from the beginning. They have already started flowing right now when they voted yes yesterday or no yesterday. Today they have been given the mandate. Tomorrow they are starting the case. They are starting with Waiguru, then the county assembly, then conclusion.
No, the county assembly will actually come before Anne Waiguru. I said it will. The county assembly will be heard on Tuesday, and then Anne Waiguru will come on Wednesday.
Then can you tell me, you sitting with me here, the county assembly being given 1 day, let me say 6 hours to present. When did they prepare? Of course, they had prepared what they prepared for the county assembly. But how will Waiguru come in to answer the allegations that she has just been given the previous day? That is what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that we need to have fairness and ample time to make the defendant to prepare her case, look into evidence, question evidence, interrogate evidence, and that takes time.
All right, Prof, you're really concerned about the 10 days. You say it's short time for this particular process, but this is something that is actually stipulated in Article 33, Section 4 of the County Governments Act.
Yes, that act needs to be reviewed by the higher courts, because law is only law when it's tested by the courts in what we call the Lewisian principle or jurisprudence in the United States. Laws can be made, but unless somebody has been aggrieved and somebody has appeared before arbitration, for the arbitration to conclude, to affirm whether that law is law, then what is law? Law becomes law after there have been a problem, a complaint, and a conclusion which ought to go up to the appeal level. So for me, whether it's the article of the Constitution or the article of standing orders, if it is flawed, then the higher regime, the higher courts can look into it and then do away with it, or the assembly can sit down, or the parliament can sit down. That is unjust law.
All right. Waiguru is among the pioneer female governors. Others include Kitui Governor Charity Ngilu and the late Joyce Laboso, who governed Bomet County. It was historic that we had them as part of the governors in this particular country. But save for Joyce Laboso, who is late, Governor Waiguru right now is facing an impeachment motion against her. And in Kitui County, it is not also easy for Charity Ngilu. She's finding it really rough working with the county assembly in Kitui. Seems like it's not a walk in the park for female leaders in this particular country. As your closing remarks, gentlemen, what would you say with regards to how then we can nurture women leadership and have a leadership that will transform this country and will be a good example for even the public to vest their trust in allowing more women leaders to lead? Fred, let me start with you.
Thank you. I think I don't see any challenge when it comes to leadership women or of women. By the way, as a matter of fact, the women of Kenya today are suitable, competent, and capable. And that's why we have seen, even in the House, there are women legislators are elected, in the county assembly, they're elected. What I would want to say is that when the people of Kenya go to the ballot to elect their leaders, they elect the people who have shown interest to represent them. If you have not shown interest to represent your people, no one will elect you. You can only be nominated, and those nomination slots are also very few. So that election shall be also done on the basis of suitability, competency and personal integrity. That's what the Kenya, what the law says that the people of Kenya should be looking at when electing. But the challenge here is, how do we ensure that in the coming days, we have got more women representing the people in various positions, either as members of county assembly, senate, national assembly, or governor? That is the challenge. But I don't think the war against corruption, the war against graft will stop the women, because the women have also proved that they can manage to do what men are doing. So today, as we speak, let us not bring the gender war into this fight. But what we need to bring is the issues of personal competency, personal integrity, and suitability. Even the law does not say that if you are a woman, you are a weaker woman. If anything, the Bill of Rights under Article 27 requires that the women are also on these platforms and occupy these spaces on a ratio value. So for me, my last remarks would be, the people of Kirinyaga, through their MCAs, they have tabled an impeachment motion. The motion have gone through the processes. And when Prof talked about the law, in the removal of the governor, Article 81, it says that the parliament shall enact a law that outlines the procedure of that removal. That law is called County Government Act. And they have looked at Section 33. It outlines the process. They have landed at select committee by the standing order. So there are 4 laws that they have applied themselves to. That process, we must allow it to continue and get to its conclusion.
Well said, Fred.
Because that is what the people of Kirinyaga want, if they really want justice. That's what Governor Waiguru wants, if she wants justice. I want to believe both parties would want to come out of the process having been convinced it was fair and justice has been served.
Thank you, Fred. Professor, your final remarks.
Thank you. I'll not take a lot of time, because what I wanted to say has already been said by my able friend. But what I want to tell our mothers, our sisters, and aunties is a word of encouragement. Women are the custodians of liberty to every individual that is born. They carry that person in their stomach for 9 months, feed them, go through emotional stress, go through discomfort, and after giving birth, they TT that person for a while. Then they nudge, bring out that person, and bring the person into society. And then when we stand up as men, we look down upon women. That in itself is sin. Women should be given the absolute authority by virtue of their disposition, that they are carriers of life. They are next to God. God brings them in this world to fulfill his purpose, and in which case, Madam Waiguru, if you're found to be innocent, carry on the task. Don't fear us. You are few in this country. We need you. And that's all that I can say for now. And thank you very much.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, for creating time this morning to share your thoughts on what we were discussing, the impeachment motion against Kirinyaga Governor Anne Mumbi Waiguru. Today, as it was affirmed yesterday, the committee has begun their business. They were putting their house in order, selected Kakamega Governor Cleophas Malala as their chair, and they say that by the 26th of June, they should be submitting their report. It's a matter of wait and see. We will make sure that you do not miss any piece of this particular process. Thank you so much as well for creating time to catch News Check today. My name is Safin Achieng Oma. Our sign language is Lucy Mwaura. We are now paving way for Nancy Okware to take you through Tamrini.
Lazima nishike mapema. Nisiposhika hii simu mapema utakasirika. Unajua mimi nikiwa mtu ya marathon najua niko na experience kabisa. Niko na experience. If you don't hurry, you will not break the record. Okay, wacha nishike simu.
Kupata lazima nishike, bonyeza star 811 star 961 hash. Bonyeza star 811 star 961 hash.
This palace will annihilate the Mauryas, and only when I trample upon their ashes will my father's soul rest in peace.
You want to take such a big risk? I can't let you go alone.
We'll stay close to you, and if at all you need our help, then give us a signal.
But what is the problem in setting up a lamp? That was a different ceremony. This is housewarming ceremony. Queen Subrasi, light the lamp.
On KBC Channel 1.
I'm warning you that if we find you in any way involved in Monte Cristo's death, you can just forget about ever getting out of here.
Elena is very far away, but she is coming back.
KBC, in collaboration with the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development, is broadcasting enhanced out-of-class learning on radio, television, and online. Catch the lessons every weekday on KBC Channel 1 from 2 to 4 p.m. on KBC English Service and 15 FM from 9:15 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Radio Taifa from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. KBC English Service, Radio Taifa and 15 FM are also available countrywide on the free-to-air Signet digital TV platform, or log on to www.kbc.co.ke for live streaming, or download the KBC Online app on Google Play Store. Kenya Broadcasting Corporation, ensuring learning no matter what.
On the next episode of Corner.
The 21st century. I want to catch up.
On what?
Technology.
Trust me, you don't need Facebook. You have your cell phone, that's good enough.
I snuck into Abasi's office.
Are you out of your mind?
Remember, no judging.
Nakam kona uzuni hivi. Na vile nimewaletea great news.
Gani?
Rose na Pamela wanaitumia saa zote. Be careful. Utapoteza pesa. I'm telling you.
How do you know when a woman is cheating?
From what I've heard, the woman gets suddenly busy and has strange excuses.
I'm Cyrus.
My God, that's them.
Wow! Ooh, a porch swing. I know what I'm doing this weekend. I can't let go of this.
Oh, grody.
Hamjambo wa Kenya wenzangu. Mimi ni Mheshimiwa Mize. Ninalotaka kuambia ni kuwasihi ya kwamba corona iko. Na ili tupigane nayo na tuishinde, ukitoka nje, ukifika kule nje, kuna hata maji yamewekwa nje na serikali. Unanawa mikono kwa maji na sabuni. Na maji yenyewe yawe ni yale ya kutiririka. Pale unaponawa, unaangalia usafi wako wa mikono, unaosha huku nje ya viganja, unasugua katikati ya vidole, pia huku kwenye kucha, manake uchafu wajifiche huku kwenye kucha. Uoshe, kisha sunza na maji yanayotiririka. Maji yakimwaika, kusema kweli tutashinda. Tuzingatie na tutii sheria. Corona tunaishinda na baadaye maisha yatarudi kama kawaida wa Kenya.
Na mtazamaji, hujambo pote pale ulipo, karibu sana kwenye tamrini ya Channel 1. Leo hii ikiwa ni siku ya Jumatano tarehe 17 mwezi Juni mwaka 2020. Ni siku ambayo mtazamaji tunazidi kufuatilia taarifa kutoka maeneo mbalimbali humu nchini, na mojawapo ya taarifa ambayo tunasubiri na tutakuwa tunakuletea moja kwa moja ni ule mkutano wa baraza la magavana, ambapo wanatarajiwa hapo baadaye kutoa taarifa kuhusiana na jinsi ambavyo kaunti mbalimbali zimejiandaa kukabiliana na janga la virusi vya corona. Ukikumbuka ya kwamba waziri wa afya Mutahi Kagwe amezitaka kaunti kuwa katika mstari wa mbele wakati huu kuhakikisha kwamba wamejiandaa, na kumbuka ya kwamba kaunti zote zinatakiwa kuwa na takriban vitanda 300 ili kuhakikisha kwamba wagonjwa wa virusi vya corona wanatengwa pale. Na hivyo basi ni jukumu kubwa ambalo kaunti zimetwikwa sasa hivi, na hivyo basi tutakuwa tunapata taarifa zaidi kutoka kwa baraza la magavana ili tufahamu kufikia sasa hivi kaunti zimefikia wapi na pengine ni changamoto zipi ambazo wanakumbana nazo katika juhudi za kukabili janga hili katika maeneo yao. Bila shaka mtazamaji, taarifa hiyo tutakuwa tunakuletea hapa kwenye tamrini ya Channel 1, na vile vile kwenye sehemu ya mahojiano leo hii nitakuwa ninazungumza naye Samuel Munyekenya ambaye ni mchanganuzi wa masuala ya kijamii, na vile vile tutakuwa naye Rogers Okumu ambaye ni mchanganuzi wa masuala ya kisiasa. Tutakuwa tunaangazia mengi kabisa kuhusiana na jinsi hali ilivyo humu nchini, masuala ya kiuchumi, masuala ya kisiasa na vile vile afya, ikizingatiwa kwamba taifa na vile vile ulimwengu kwa ujumla linakabiliana na janga la virusi vya corona. Karibu sana kwenye taarifa hizi, lakini kwanza kabisa tuanze kwa kupata shajara. Karibu sana mtazamaji kwenye taarifa kamili. Naitwa Nancy Okware na mfasiri wa lugha ya ishara ni Susan Thuku, na ikiwa ungependa kuwasiliana nasi kwenye mitandao ya kijamii utatupata kwenye Twitter @KBC Channel 1 @Nancy Okware. Na basi moja kwa moja mtazamaji, kama nilivyokuwa nimekudokezea ni kwamba leo hii tunazidi kuzungumzia masuala mbalimbali ikiwemo kuhusiana na siasa, uchumi, na hususan wakati huu ambapo taifa hili linakabiliana na janga la virusi vya corona. Kumbuka ya kwamba kufikia hapo jana idadi kamili ya watu waliokuwa wameambukizwa virusi hivyo nchini ilikuwa ni watu 3860, na hiyo ni baada ya watu wengine 133 kupatikana kuwa kuwa na virusi hivyo, kumaanisha ya kwamba idadi ya maambukizi humu nchini inazidi kuongezeka, na hivyo basi mambo yanazidi kubadilika. Wakenya wanatakiwa kuzingatia mtindo mpya katika wakati huu ambapo mambo yamebadilika, na hivyo basi tutazidi kuzungumzia hayo, na niko naye studio tayari niko naye Samuel Munyekenye ambaye ni mchanganuzi wa masuala ya jamii, na Rogers Okumu ambaye ni mchanganuzi wa masuala ya kisiasa. Na basi mtazamaji, tunapoanza pengine tuanze nawe Bwana Samuel, hebu tueleze kwa kifupi, wewe kama mchanganuzi wa masuala ya kijamii, je, ni kipi haswa ambacho unafanya? Jifahamishe tu kwa mtazamaji.
Mtazamaji, kwa majina naitwa Samuel Munyekenye. Mimi ni mchanganuzi wa masuala ya jamii. Pia mimi ni mwanachama wa taasisi ya insurance ya Kenya ambayo inaangalia sana mambo haya.
Naam, shukran sana. Na vile vile upande mwingine tuko naye Rogers Okumu. Rogers Okumu, jitambulishe kwa mtazamaji.
Asante sana watazamaji. Kwa majina naitwa Rogers Okumu. Mimi ni mchambuzi wa hisia za kisiasa na pia vile vile mimi hufanya biashara.
Naam, karibuni sana kwenye studio. Bila shaka mtazamaji, hao ndio wageni wetu leo hii, na bila shaka tunapoanza moja kwa moja, ningependa tu kupata kauli yako Samuel Munyekenye. Kufikia sasa hivi hali imebadilika humu nchini kutokana na virusi hivi vya corona. Hebu tueleze wewe mwenyewe ni athari zipi ambazo umeshuhudia, hususan kama mchanganuzi wa masuala ya kijamii. Hapo awali ulikuwa ukifanya kazi kwa njia tofauti, lakini sasa hivi manake mambo ni tofauti. Je, umeathirika kivipi hasa katika utendakazi wako?
Athari za virusi hivi vya COVID-19 imekuwa ya hali ya juu sana, kwa sababu kazi nyingi ambazo zilikuwa zinategemea uhusiano wa moja kwa moja kutoka kwa mtu mmoja hadi mwingine zimeathirika sana. Kwa mfano, kuna wale mama mboga ambao walikuwa wanauza mboga yao, kuna wale ambao walikuwa wanatembea kutoka kaunti moja hadi nyingine kuuza bidhaa zao na kupeana huduma zao, wameathirika sana. Kibinafsi, athari hizi zimefanya sisi wengi ambao wako katika mashirika mbalimbali kufanya kazi tukiwa nyumbani. Kufanya kazi ukiwa nyumbani inamaanisha ya kwamba huna ule muhusiko ambapo unaonana moja kwa moja ama ana kwa ana na wale ambao unahudumia. Kwa hivyo shughuli nyingi zimesimamishwa, na athari hizo zimeenda ile effect inapatikana imeenda hadi pale mashinani, imeguzia vijana, imeguzia mama zetu, na uchumi kwa jumla unapata mpigo mkubwa zaidi.
Bila shaka ni athari ambazo wengi wameshuhudia, na pengine kabla ya tuendelee ningependa kupata kauli yake Bwana Rogers. Je, wewe mwenyewe kibinafsi umeshuhudia athari zipi kutokana na virusi vya corona, na vile vile pengine kuna watu ambao unawafahamu ambao wameathirika, manake kuna wale ambao wamepoteza ajira. Je, wewe kama mwenyewe ni kipi ambacho umeona tofauti wakati huu?
Kile naweza sema wakati huu ni kuwa biashara zimeenda chini, na ukipata pia manufaa hizo biashara pia saa hizi pato limekuwa la chini kabisa. Haswa nikiongelea upande wa naweza sema wanabiashara na pia wale wanabiashara wa changa vijana kiasi. Unapata ile cash flow ya pesa ambazo walikuwa wanapata kabla ya COVID na wakati huu imeenda chini, na unapata pia customers hawakuji mara hii kwa sababu pia wamelokiwa mahali pengine, na unapata biashara mingi ya watu ambao walikuwa wanafanya, napata watu hawasafiri vile ilifaa wasafiri, unapata ni mizigo peke yake, na pengine mtu anaweza kusambaza ile mizigo ambao haifai, so imekuwa na changamoto pia kwa hizo.
Na bila shaka, na ningependa tuzungumze kuhusiana na athari ambazo zimeshuhudiwa katika uchumi wa taifa hili, manake uchumi ulimwenguni umeathirika pakubwa. Wengi wamepoteza ajira, biashara nyingi zimefungwa, na pengine Samuel, tueleze kwa kifupi humu nchini ni kwamba baada ya visa kurekodiwa humu nchini takriban mwezi Machi pale, ni kwamba hatua mbalimbali zilichukuliwa. Kama ulivyosema ni kwamba wengi wanalazimika kufanya kazi wakiwa pale nyumbani, kumaanisha kwamba
mapato vile vile yameathirika kwa njia moja au nyingine. Lakini katika siku za hivi karibuni ni kwamba Rais Uhuru Kenyatta amekuwa katika juhudi za kusema ya kwamba tujaribu tu kufungua uchumi polepole, lakini kwa kuhakikisha kwamba wananchi wako salama. Hebu tueleze mbinu ambayo inatumika kwa sasa hivi kufungua uchumi. Je, unaona kwamba itazaa matunda ama kiasi chake bado hakijafikia kiwango ambacho kitawanusuru wa Kenya?
Kwa masuala ya uchumi, hasa uchumi una vigezo vitatu ambavyo ni vya maana zaidi. Kigezo cha kwanza ni uzalishaji. Kuhakikisha ya kwamba uchumi unasimamishwa kwa njia tofauti tofauti ambazo tunatumia ili kuzalisha bidhaa na pia huduma mbalimbali. Ile tunaita goods and services. Kipengele kinachofuata ambavyo ni vitatu, kinachofuata ni kile jinsi ambavyo bidhaa hivi vitatoka katika sehemu moja vikafikia sehemu nyingine, ambayo tunaongea juu ya distribution. Na kipengele cha tatu ambacho ni cha muhimu zaidi ni jinsi ambavyo bidhaa hivi na huduma hizi zinaweza kutumika kwa manufaa ya wale ambao wanafaa kununua. Kwa hivyo unavyoona serikali inajaribu sana kuweka ratili kati ya ni jinsi gani tutasimamisha uchumi kwa vigezo hivi vitatu, na pia kuhakikisha ya kwamba Wakenya wana ile hali ya kuishi katika usalama ambao ni wa kiafya. Kwa hivyo ufunguaji wa uchumi ni jambo muhimu sana kwa wakati huu, ingawaje zile kanuni ambazo zinawekwa na serikali ambazo zinaitwa the protocols, the various protocols ambazo zinawekwa na serikali zinafaa zitiliwe maanani, lakini hatuwezi endelea kushikilia zaidi hivi vipengele vitatu pasipo na kufungua uchumi wetu. Kwa hivyo mimi nampa heko rais, na juzi alipokutana na baraza la mawaziri limekuwa jambo la kutia moyo, kwa sababu kuna kule kujiweka tayari katika kaunti zetu 47. Ni jambo la muhimu, ili sasa tuna devolve ile ugatuzi katika jinsi ya kuhudumia iwapo watu wetu watapatikana na virusi hivi.
Na bila shaka, na ningependa kupata kauli yake Rogers kuhusiana na hili swala la ufunguzi wa uchumi. Je, kauli yako ni ipi? Unaona kwamba njia ambayo inatumiwa kwa sasa hivi iko sawa, ama bado itabidi Wakenya wasubiri kwa muda mrefu? Manake ni maeneo tu machache ambayo yamefunguliwa. Kwa mfano, mikahawa iliruhusiwa kufunguliwa lakini chini ya masharti makali. Je, kauli yako ni ipi kuhusiana na hizi hatua ambazo zinachukuliwa kufungua uchumi polepole?
Na kwanza ningependa kushukuru Mheshimiwa Rais kwa mikakati ambayo anachukua kuweza kufungua uchumi, kwa sababu janga hili limetupata kwa mpigo na ni janga ambalo hatukuwa tumetarajia. Kwa hivyo tunaenda polepole vile rais anapanga, kwa sababu inabidi tukienda na haraka ugonjwa utazidi kufanya nini? Kuenea eneo zingine. Na vile wamefungua kama maeneo ya mikahawa, unajua vijana wengi ama watu wengi walikuwa wamepoteza biashara, wengi walikuwa wamefutwa kazi, hawana ajira, hawana vile watapata mapato. So naweza sema kuwa uchumi ingawaje yafaa pia izidi kuenda juu, lakini kwa sasa lazima tuende polepole. Sababu ni janga ambalo ukiangalia zile nchi za ugaibuni huko, ukiangalia mahali kama Italy, ukiangalia mahali France, ukiangalia Brazil, zote zimeenda polepole, na ingawaje pia uchumi lazima ifunguliwe.
Naam. Na pengine tunapozidi kuzungumza kuhusiana na ufunguzi wa uchumi ni kwamba wengi wamekuwa wakilalamika wakiuliza ni kwa nini mikahawa ikafunguliwa lakini maeneo ya burudani kama vile baa hazikufunguliwa. Manake baadhi ya wamiliki wamekuwa wakisema kwamba yale masharti ambayo yamewekwa bado wanaweza wakayazingatia, kama vile kupima joto la wale wateja pale na vile vile kuhakikisha kwamba wafanyikazi wamepimwa virusi vya corona. Lakini Bwana Samuel, hebu tueleze, je, inawezekana kwamba baa zinapofunguliwa masharti yatafuatwa? Manake wengi wanasema ya kwamba wanapobugia vile vileo basi inakuwa ni vigumu kwao kufuata yale masharti. Je, hiyo ni mojawapo ile changamoto, ama kwa kauli yako unaona kwamba wale wamiliki wa zile baa wanayotaka yafanywe yanaweza kutekelezwa kweli?
Asante sana Nancy kwa swali hilo. Hilo ni swali ambalo lina uzito fulani, kwa sababu ni swali ambalo linahusisha jinsi ambavyo watu hutangamana. Kwa hivyo utapata ya kwamba watu wengi wametaka zaidi hizi sehemu za burudani zikaweza kufunguliwa. Na unajua burudani ina nafasi yake katika maisha ya mwanadamu. Na iwapo mwanadamu atapata burudani pia ni jambo mzuri. Lakini kuna ule uguzano ambao unatokana na kukaa pamoja. Kwa sababu burudani hiwezi ikafanywa bila watu kutengamana. Ni jambo gumu zaidi kuweza kuweka burudani bila kutangamana. Lakini pia kunazo nafasi nyingi za ajira ambazo zinatokana na hiyo sekta ya burudani. Lazima tuangalie, kwa sababu ukiangalia jinsi ambavyo nchi yetu inapata mapato. Kwa zaidi baada ya kilimo ni masuala ya utalii. Na masuala ya utalii huenda moja kwa moja pamoja na burudani. Kwa sababu mtu anapokuja kutalii anataka kuwa na ule wakati wa kutangamana na kuona ni vipi nchi yetu ni nzuri. Ni ile hali ya kujipumbaza tu. Kwa hivyo mtu anapotaka kujipumbaza na apate ya kwamba sehemu za burudani hazijafunguliwa, linakuwa jambo ambalo lazima litiliwe mkazo. Mimi naomba ya kwamba hizi sehemu za burudani zifunguliwe, ingawaje kanuni ziwekwe na zifuatwe. Hilo ni jambo ambalo la kutiliwa mkazo sana.
Lakini tatizo kuu ambalo tunaweza kushuhudia ikiwa maeneo haya yatafunguliwa, yale ambayo wengi wamekuwa wakihofia ni kwamba, kwa mfano zile baa, unapata ya kwamba watu wanapobugia vile vileo, wengi wao hawako katika hali shwari ya kufahamu kwamba kuna hatari ya kuambukizwa virusi vya corona, na hivyo basi watakuwa katika ile hatari ya kuambukizwa virusi. Utapata ndio kuna mikakati ambayo imewekwa, lakini swali kubwa ni je, wataweza kutii yale maagizo ikiwa tayari wamebugia vile vileo? Maanake wengi wanasema ya kwamba ikiwa zitafunguliwa basi watakuwa wanahakikisha kwamba kuna kule kutotangamana, watahakikisha kwamba kuna nafasi tosha. Rogers, kauli yako ni ipi? Unaona ya kwamba hili linaweza kutekelezwa kweli?
Naweza sema hilo najua linaweza tekelezwa, kwa sababu unajua hii ni ugonjwa ambao wamesema itabidi tuishi nayo. Na hatuwezi zidi kufunga hizi maeneo ya vileo ama maeneo mengine. Itabidi sasa tuishi na hiyo tabia polepole, kwa sababu kwa lugha ya Kimombo wanasema when you do a habit, I think when you are used to something to becomes a habit. So saizi itabidi tuzoee, kwa sababu tusipozoea majanga bado yatazidi kutupata. Na eneo la burudani, vile mwenzangu Samuel amesema, it's a source of income kwa hii nchi, na imeajiri watu wengi. Unapata kuna wale security kwa mlango, kuna wale waiters pale, kuna wale managers. So wakisema kuwa watu bado wazidi kufungiwa nje, basi tutakuwa tunapoteza sehemu fulani, kwa sababu pia bado wale kampuni ambazo zinatengeneza hii mvinyo pia lazima zipate pesa ndio zizidi kuajiri watu. Inamaanisha hizi clubs zikifungwa, inamaanisha pia hizo kampuni pia zitakuwa zinafanya nini? Zinafungwa. Na tourism industry pia, vile mwenzangu amesema, wakija lazima wakuwe na mahali pa kuburudika. Sasa wakisema wafunge hizi eneo, nadhani haitakuwa mzuri. So kwangu itabidi tuishi na hili janga, isipokuwa kanuni zilizowekwa na idara ya health itabidi zifuatwe.
Na hilo swala la kufuata kanuni ambazo zimewekwa na Wizara ya Afya ni swala ambalo limekuwa likiangaziwa kwa kirefu, manake wakati ambapo Waziri wa Afya anapotoa taarifa yake mara kwa mara anawataka Wakenya kuzidi kutii maagizo yote yaliyowekwa. Na kuna jambo ambalo amekuwa akisema katika siku za hivi majuzi kwamba itafika wakati ambapo ama tayari imefika wakati ambapo ni jukumu la kila mmoja kuhakikisha kwamba anajilinda na vile vile anamlinda mwenzake. Je, Bwana Samuel, unaona kwamba Wakenya wamefikia kiwango ambapo wanaweza kutii maagizo bila kufuatwa? Manake unakumbuka ya kwamba wakati ambapo tuliripoti visa vya kwanza vya virusi vya corona ni kwamba wengi walipokuwa wakiwekwa pale karantini, kunao baadhi ambao walikuwa wakitoroka ilhali wanafahamu vyema kwamba wanaweza kuambukiza wengine virusi vya corona. Je, unaona ya kwamba Wakenya sasa hivi wamekomaa, kwa mama wamefika kiwango ambapo wanaweza kutii maagizo bila kufuatwa?
Kwa sasa ningependa kwanza kushukuru wizara ya masuala haya ya afya, kwa sababu katika ile hali ya kuanza shughuli hii kuangalia ni vipi tunaweza kujikinga dhidi ya ugonjwa huu, kulikuwa na yale maongezi ambayo yalitoka ambayo yalibadilisha jinsi ambavyo ama ule mtazamo wa jinsi ambavyo tunahakikisha ya kwamba tunafuata yale masharti. Kwa mfano, ni jambo sasa la kawaida ya kwamba ukiendelea ku treat this thing normally, jinsi anavyosema waziri wetu, ya kwamba unaangalia virusi hivi kama jambo la kawaida, navyo virusi hivi vitatuangalia na kutushughulikia kama si kawaida. Kwa hivyo huu ndio ule ujumbe ambao ulienezwa na ukafuatwa. Utaona ya kwamba hata jinsi tulivyoketi katika studio hii ni kwamba tumeangalia yale masharti bila kushurutishwa. Sasa ni jambo ambalo sisi tumelikubali. Ukiangalia kwamba wananchi mpango ulipoanza wa kufuata hizi kanuni, mambo hayakuwa jinsi yalivyo sasa hivi. Sasa tunaangalia sisi wenyewe hizo kanuni tunazifuata vilivyo. Kwa hivyo kwangu mimi ninaona ya kwamba ni serikali isiwe na wasiwasi nasi, kwa sababu hizi kanuni zinafuatwa, ingawaje kuna wale wachache ambao hawafuati. Ni jambo la kawaida katika mkusanyiko wa watu. Kuna wale wachache ambao bado watataka kuvunja kanuni hizi, na ndio sababu tuna sheria ya kufuatwa wakati huu.
Na bila shaka, manake kufikia sasa hivi Wakenya wamefikia mahali ambapo kila mmoja anachukua jukumu la kibinafsi kwa kuvalia barakoa, kunawa mikono na kutotangamana, lakini kama ulivyosema ni kwamba kunao baadhi ambao wamefika mahali ambapo bado hawatii maagizo. Na ningependa kupata kauli yako Rogers. Je, unaona kwamba kufikia sasa hivi Wakenya wamefikia mahali ambapo tutasema ndio ukiwaambia wafuate haya maagizo basi watayafuata, wakifahamu ya kwamba wanayafuata kwa sababu fulani?
Nadhani naweza sema kuna yale maeneo mpaka saa hizi bado watu hawajajua hii ugonjwa iko. Wanaichukulia kama kawaida. Ukienda haswa kwa hizi maeneo kama maslums, unapata wengi wanakuambia mimi sijaona ule mtu ambaye amekuwa na hii corona, mara sinaona tu kwa TV, lakini hii ni vipindi tu, ili hali kweli ugonjwa iko. So ningependa kuomba serikali iweze kwenda na ile education kwa watu ambao wanaishi hizi maeneo ambao pengine kuna wale ambao hawana hizi social media, hawana hizi TV za kuona na kujua kwamba hii ugonjwa iko. So nadhani hata kama ni kufungua, lazima kila mtu akuwe ameonyeshwa na amefahamishwa kuwa hili janga lipo na lazima kila mtu ajikinge. Sababu ukienda hata kule manyumbani, kuna wale ukifika huko bado unapata wanakunywa mahali pamoja, napata ile local brew, napata vijana wamekaa, wazao wamekaa. So naweza sema there is need for hiyo civilization. Lazima watu wakuwe na hiyo education, wakishafundishwa vizuri ndio waweze kufungua uchumi. Kwa sababu kama saa hizi ndio kuna wale wamesoma, wale ambao wameelimika, wanajua kitu cha kufanya, lakini kuna wale ambao hizi maeneo zingine hawajui hata corona ni nini. Lazima waelimishwe na serikali ijue kuwa kweli ule mtu wa chini amejua nini kinaendelea. Basi hapo kama kila mtu ataelewa wanaweza fungua, kwa sababu bila kufunguliwa uchumi bado itazidi kuzorota.
la kuhakikisha kwamba kila mmoja anazidi kuelimishwa. Maanake kuna wale ambao tayari wamefahamu, lakini kuna wale ambao bado wanazidi kuelimishwa zaidi. Na bila shaka tunaposalia kwenye masuala ya kiuchumi humu nchini, ningependa tu mwisho kabisa tuzungumze kuhusiana na athari nyingine ambayo imeshuhudiwa ya ukosefu wa ajira humu nchini. Wengi wamepoteza ajira, kampuni nyingi zimefungwa, biashara nyingi zimefungwa kutokana na hili janga. Wengine wamepunguziwa mishahara, na ni kweli kusema kwamba Wakenya wanapitia changamoto nyingi hasa za kimawazo. Tulielezwa ya kwamba hivi majuzi kwamba tayari Wakenya wameanza kupitia ongezeko la visa vya msongo wa mawazo vimeongezeka, mizozo ya kile pale nyumbani inazidi kushuhudiwa. Maanake unapata ya kwamba pengine yule mzazi ama baba ambaye alikuwa akiipa ile familia kipato sasa hivi hana ajira. Bwana Samuel, hebu tueleze, ningependa tu pengine uzungumze na mtazamaji ambaye pengine amepoteza ajira ama ameathirika kwa njia moja au nyingine. Unaweza kumwambia nini wakati huu mgumu?
Asante sana Nancy kwa ajili ya swali hilo. Mimi ningependa kumweleza mtazamaji ya kwamba ni wakati mgumu na kila mmoja wetu ameathirika. Kwa hivyo ni wakati wa sisi wote tuwe tayari kuelewa ya kwamba nchi yetu na uchumi wetu na uchumi wa dunia yote umeathiriwa. Kwa hivyo yale mambo ambayo yanakusonga kama mtazamaji, kama mwanabiashara, usiyaone ya kwamba ni mambo yanayokusonga wewe peke yako. Ni mambo ambayo yanasonga watu wengi. Hata ukiwa katika jamii, utaona ya kwamba jinsi ule uhusiano ambao mmekuwa nao umebadilika. Ni kwa sababu kigezo cha uchumi na ajira kimepata pigo kubwa zaidi. Kwa hivyo kwa mtazamaji ni kwamba najua ni mengi ambayo yanafanyika hata kupitia kwa serikali yetu, ambapo lazima tutapata suluhu ya kurudisha uchumi wetu tena mahali ambapo ulikuwa, na pia kupeleka mahali pema zaidi. Kwa sababu nchi yetu haiwezi ikabaki bila watu wetu kuwa na ajira, bila kupata yale mapato ambayo walikuwa wanapata. Kwa hivyo langu ni kuwasihi wapige moyo konde, wajikaze kwa yale ambayo wamekuwa wakifanya, kwa sababu kila mmoja wetu amekuwa akiamka siku zilizopita, miezi 2-3 hivi, akifanya jambo fulani. Ni jambo ndogo kuliko ulivyokuwa ukifanya kabla ya mambo ya COVID kutokea, lakini sasa lifanye liwe jambo ambalo linaweza kukimu baada ya COVID. Kwa sababu tumeona ya kwamba lolote laweza kutendeka. Kwa hivyo wasimame, waendelee kufanya kazi zao ndogo ndogo. Ilhali pia serikali yetu najua inafanya mambo mengi, lakini tunaomba viongozi wetu, tunaomba wale ambao wanasimamia masuala ya jamii waingilie kati ili vijana wetu wakaweze kupata njia nyingine ambazo wanaweza kujikimu. Yeah.
Naam, bila shaka Rogers, pengine kauli yako kwa yule mtazamaji ambaye anapitia changamoto kama hizo, mpoteza ajira na kuna hii changamoto ya msongo wa mawazo. Je, ujumbe wako ni upi kwa mtazamaji kama huyo?
Naweza sema, kwa sababu nimesema hapo mbeleni, hili janga liko dunia mzima. Na kimaisha subira huvuta heri. Ningeomba waweze kutulia, ambapo na wakati huu ambao serikali pia inajaribu kufanya zile juhudi za kujadili what we call the stimulus package, ambayo inapatiana mtu ambaye yuko na ajira anaweza chukua loan kidogo kutoka kwenye benki aweze kujikimu kwa wakati huu mgumu. Na pia kama kuna vile wale ambao wako na biashara zao waweze pia kuzilinda, na waweze pia ile kidogo wanapata waweze kujikimu nayo. Na pia ningeomba serikali, sababu wakati huu ndio ile serikali ambayo ifiku inakuja ndani ya kuingilia vitu kama hizi. It's supposed to give us support kwa hawa wanabiashara na hawa vijana ambao wako nyumbani, na pia wale ambao wanapata kama ni mishahara zao nusu pia waweze pia kuzitumia vizuri. Na ukiangalia pia upande mwingine, ningehisi pia vijana kama wako na zile kazi kama hizi za car wash, kuna wale wako na vinyozi. Unajua wakati mwingi maisha vile imekuwa, kuna wale walikuwa kitumia hizi pesa mara kunywa mvinyo, mara kuziharibu, kwenda kwa sehemu za burudani hasa kila mahali, kila mara. Ningependa pia waweze kupunguza. Na kuna ile pia una cut off budget za kwa nyumba. Kama ulikuwa umezuia pengine kutumia 10,000 kwa mwezi, na saa hizi ni wakati mgumu kabisa kwa kila mtu, waweze pia kureduce budget polepole, na maisha itarudi vile ilikuwa hapo mbeleni.
Hivyo basi kwa sasa hivi ni kufanya mambo tofauti ili kuhakikisha kwamba unajikimu katika wakati huu mgumu. Na wengi sasa hivi wanasalia pale nyumbani, manake kumbuke ya kwamba curfew ili muda angalau kidogo ukasongeshwa kutoka saa 1 jioni hadi saa 3 jioni, lakini kumbuke ya kwamba kuna watu ambao hapo awali walikuwa wamezoea kwamba wanafika pale nyumbani saa 5, lakini saa 5 za usiku, lakini sasa hivi wanalazimika kufika pale nyumbani saa 3. Na vile vile kuna wale ambao wanafanya kazi wakiwa pale nyumbani. Pengine bwana Samuel, wakati huu ambapo watu wana muda mwingi pale nyumbani, ni kipi ambacho wanaweza fanya cha muhimu? Maanake unapata kwamba pengine hauna kazi, pengine umepoteza ajira na uko pale nyumbani na una muda mwingi wa kusalia nyumbani. Ni kipi ambacho mtu anaweza fanya pale nyumbani? Kuna wale ambao wamekuwa wakijihusisha na upishi, lakini pengine ni mambo yapi mengine ambayo mtu anaweza kufanya akiwa pale nyumbani wakati huu?
Ukiwa pale nyumbani, sio wakati wote ambapo utakaa pale nyumbani. Ni wakati wa kujiangalia tena upya. Kwa sababu kila mmoja wetu ana jinsi ambavyo anayaelekeza mawazo yake.
Naam.
Kwa hivyo lile ambalo ningeomba wakati huu ambao umeongezwa ni wa kujenga uhusiano kwanza wa jamii, kati ya baba na watoto, kati ya mume na mke, ya kwamba sasa tujuane zaidi, alivyosema rais wetu wakati mmoja. Ya kwamba sasa tuwaelekeze watoto wetu waweze kusoma vyema wakiwa pale nyumbani, tuweze kuwaonyesha mienendo ambayo inafaa. Na kwa wale vijana, sasa wakati huu ndio ule wakati ambao unaangalia tena, nilivyosema, ni kipi ambacho naweza fanya. Nilikuwa mpishi katika hoteli fulani, sasa hivi zote zimefungwa. Ni upishi upi naweza fanya? Kwa sababu tuko pale mtaani bado kuna wale ambao bado wanauza matunda. Biashara zinaendelea zile ndogo ndogo ambazo zinafuata kanuni, muuzaji ni mmoja, kwa hivyo ule utangamano uko chini. Kwa hivyo lile jambo ambalo ni la maana ni kwamba wakati huu ni sisi tufikirie ni nini tunachoweza kukifanya ili kikidhi maisha ya watu wetu. Ukiangalia sana, watu wengi wameanza sasa kutumia, kama wale ambao walikuwa wanaendesha magari ya uchukuzi, wamebadilisha haya magari kuuza vitu ambavyo ni vya muhimu na vya msingi kwa jamii. Kwa mfano, magari haya yanauza mboga, yanauza vitunguu. Hivi ndio vile vitu vidogo vidogo, kwa sababu kwa ajili ya kufanya vitu vidogo vidogo ndivyo unaweza pia kujikimu kimaisha na maisha yako endelee mbele. Sasa kufikiria, kufanya, na zile pesa, hela kidogo ambazo wanapata, wahakikishe ya kwamba hela hizo zinawasaidia kuendeleza maisha yao ya kila siku.
Bila shaka. Bwana Rogers, ningependa sasa hivi tuzungumze kuhusiana na swala lingine, hususan na masuala ya siasa na uongozi humu nchini. Na ningependa pengine tuzungumze kuhusiana na vijana. Je, unaona kwamba vijana wamechukua nafasi yao inayostahili katika uongozi wa taifa hili, ama ni kipi ambacho ungependa kuwaambia wale vijana ambao wanajaribu kujiingiza katika masuala ya uongozi, lakini wanasema ya kwamba hakuna mfano wa kuigwa humu nchini? Wengine wanasema ya kwamba viongozi humu nchini ama wanasiasa wenyewe si viongozi bora wa kuigwa. Je, unaona kwamba vijana wamechukua nafasi yao bora katika uongozi humu nchini?
Naweza sema ni vizuri sana vile vijana wameanza kuenea upande wa siasa na upande wa uongozi. Naweza peana kama juzi vile uliona ndugu yetu Nelson Havi, muona vile saizi ameanza kufanya kazi yake vizuri, na ningependa tuzidi kuiga mfano kama huo. Unapata vijana wengi saizi, kiangalia wale ambao katika uongozi kama vile Ababu na Mwamba, unaangalia kama Edwin Sifuna, ukiangalia mwelekeo wao vile wanaongoza hivi vyama, naona mimi kivyangu naona tukipewa muda na hawa vigogo ambao wamekuwa kwa hii muda mrefu, siasa tunaweza endelesha hii nchi mahali pazuri. Ukiangalia kama saizi kuna wale ambao walikuwa wakina Fred Gumo, the likes of wakina Otuoma, unapata wakiondoka, inabidi hii jamii ingine ya vijana wadogo. Unaona kama kijana kama Malala, ukiona vile anajadili maneno yake kwenye Senate, unajua kweli hapa kuna mahali tumetoka na kuna mahali tunaenda, kwa sababu ule mtindo ambao wazee walikuwa wanaifanya nayo sio kama vile sisi vijana saizi tunaifanya. Na ungeona kama saizi vijana wengi wanatumia kama teknolojia kuimasisha wenzao, na unapata pia wakienda bado chini mitahani wanaweza fikia wengine vijana. We are bringing up kama good leadership style. Unaona tunapeana mwelekeo mzuri huko chini. Ukiona kama hawa wazee hawana wakati wa kufikia hawa vijana wengine kama sisi. Hapana, sisi tutaenda chini, tutawaeleza hivi ndio vile vitu zinafanywa kama kawaida.
Yeah. Na pengine nikisalia kwako, kwa wakati mmoja ulikuwa unawania kiti cha ubunge, na vijana wengi wanasema ya kwamba unapojaribu kujitosa katika siasa humu nchini kuna changamoto nyingi, hususan zile za kifedha. Hebu tueleze, je, ni kweli kwamba fedha ndio jambo la kwanza ambalo mtu anastahili kuzingatia zaidi wakati ambapo anajitosa katika siasa, ama wewe mwenyewe changamoto ipi kuu ambayo ulikumbana nayo unapojitosa ulipokuwa katika siasa?
Ni kweli, unajua Waswahili husema pesa ni sabuni ya roho. Vijana wakiwa huko chini wanakuangalia, kama hauna pesa kuna wale hawatakupigia kura. Lakini saa hizi bado tunazidi kubadilisha, kwa sababu kitambo ilikuwa kuna kitu wanaita handout. Ukipatiana handout utapata kura. Lakini sasa tunajaribu kuifanya kwa mtindo upya. Ndio pesa lazima ziwe, kwa sababu lazima utoke point 1 mpaka ile point nyingine ndio uweze kufikia wafuasi wako, na uweze kufikia jamii ambayo unataka kuongea nayo hizo uweze kuwaongoza. Na vile utafikia. Lakini sasa pia ukiangalia tunajaribu kuleta msimu mpya, ile unauza sera zako vizuri, unawaeleza utafanya nini. Ukiingia pengine tuseme kwenye county ama kwenye bunge, na vile utaweza kuelekeza maneno yao ili yaweze kufanya nini, kuitimizwa. So ingawaje jambo la pesa ni muhimu kabisa.
Lakini kwa sasa hivi tunajaribu kubadilisha mtindo, kuhakikisha kwamba wengi wanazingatia maadili kwanza, kisha masuala mengine hapo baadaye, ili tuwe na viongozi bora zaidi, hususan wale vijana. Na Samuel, sasa hivi tunapokabiliana na hili janga la virusi vya corona, ni kwamba hali imebadilika, ingawa humu nchini bado tunashuhudia siasa zikizidi kupigwa, lakini unapoangalia kabla ya virusi vya corona kuripotiwa humu nchini, ni kwamba wanasiasa tayari walikuwa wameanza kusafiri kuelekea maeneo mbalimbali kupiga kampeni, lakini sasa hivi mambo yamekuwa tofauti. Je, ni kipi ambacho pengine kwa kauli yako tutarajie kuona tofauti katika siasa za mwaka huu ikizingatiwa na hali ilivyokuwa katika siku za awali kabla ya virusi vya corona?
Asante sana Nancy. Masuala ya siasa ni masuala magumu zaidi, kwa sababu lazima yatiliwe maanani, kwa sababu siasa ndio inaamua ni vipi ugavi wa rasilimali unavyoweza kufanywa, na ni jinsi gani tutahakikisha kwamba maisha ya wananchi wetu, vijana wetu, yanakuwa bora zaidi. Kwa hivyo kwa swali lako ni jinsi gani siasa itabadilika kwa tukizingatia haya mambo ya COVID, ni kwamba tutaona mwamko mpya jinsi ambavyo wanasiasa wanaelekeza wananchi, kwa sababu wananchi pia wameona sio siasa pekee ambayo ina umuhimu mkubwa zaidi kuliko maisha ya mwananchi wa kawaida. Kwa hivyo siasa zetu zinafaa kwanza ziangalie ni jinsi gani maisha ya vijana kwa ajili ya shida hii ya ajira inaweza kutatuliwa. Kwa sababu kabla ya COVID bado maisha hayakuwa mazuri. Uchumi wetu ulikuwa umeharibika. Hatuwezi danganya kwamba ni hii COVID ambayo imebadilisha jinsi ambavyo siasa zetu zinafanywa, ama jinsi ambavyo maisha yetu kiuchumi yameathirika. Kwa hivyo ni jambo ambalo ukiangalia katika makadirio ya bajeti imeendelea kusomwa hata wakati wa COVID. Kwa hivyo vijana lazima wahusike kikamilifu katika masuala ya siasa. Kivipi? Kuangalia ni ni mrengo upi ama ni mwanasiasa yupi ambaye anaangalia zaidi jinsi ya kusuluhisha matatizo ya wananchi wa kawaida. Na haya matatizo yanaanza kule chini kabla hata uwe kijana. Unapata ya kwamba mtoto anapozaliwa, anazaliwa akiwa katika mandhari ambayo hayamwezeshi. Pale karo ya shule iko pale juu. Unapata ya kwamba atapata udhamini, zile bursaries ambazo zinaenda kwa eneo bunge, unapata ya kwamba wengine wanapewa hata chini ya shilingi 3,000 na unapata karo yenyewe ni 1,100 ama 200. Kwa hivyo ni lazima vijana na uongozi ambao uko wahakikishe ya kwamba viongozi ambao wanaenda kuchaguliwa ama maongezi ambayo yako katika mambo ya siasa yanaangalia zaidi matatizo ambayo watu wetu wanayapitia. Kwa sababu hilo ni la muhimu zaidi kuliko hata kusema ya kwamba ni COVID tu. Kwa sababu tumeona wanasiasa wengine wanapeleka barakoa, zingine ni za kiwango cha chini zaidi. Unapata wengine wanapeleka vitu tofauti tofauti, eti sasa wamekuja karibu na wananchi. Na ni ule mchezo tu mmoja ambao ndugu yangu Rogers alikuwa anausema. Kuna hali kubwa sana ya umaskini katika nchi yetu. Tukiangalia ni kwa nini tunahitaji fedha ili hata vijana wajitoze katika siasa, ni kwa sababu ya shida ya umaskini. Kwa hivyo ni sharti tuangalie kama sisi ambao tuseme maeneo ambao sisi wengine tunatoka, ni kwamba unapata viwanda ambavyo vilikuwa vinatusimamia kupata ajira, viwanda hivyo vimezoroteka, vimefungwa. Wengine walikuwa wanakuza pamba miaka zilizopita, mazao sasa hayapo. Ni kwa sababu ya zile sera ambazo hazikutiliwa mkazo.
Naam.
Yeah.
Naam, bila shaka tumesalia na muda mchache kidogo, lakini sasa hivi ningependa tu kupata kauli ya mwisho kutoka kwako Bwana Rogers, hususan kuhusiana na vijana wakati huu ambapo wanastahili kuwapiga msasa wale viongozi wao, kuhakikisha kwamba hata wanapokwenda debeni kuwachagua ama wanapojitosa katika siasa, wanajitosa katika njia ambayo inaonyesha maadili. Je, kauli yako ya mwisho ni ipi kwa vijana na vile vile Wakenya kwa ujumla wakati huu ambapo tunakabiliana na janga la corona kwa kifupi?
Ningependa kuhimiza vijana wenzangu kwa wakati huu, wakienda kwenye siasa, nadhani waweze kuuza sera zao kwa njia ambayo ni mzuri. Unajua kuna wale wanaenda pale na vita na uchochezi. Tuache kuchocheana na tuweze kufuata maadili ambayo yamewekwa na Ministry of Health. Na pia tuweze kuja pamoja, tuweze kuwainua viongozi wetu ambao walio juu. Na pia tuweze kuwaambia kuwa sisi huku chini kama vijana hatuko tayari kuchochewa, ila tufuate sera ambazo kila mtu anaweza uza wakati kama huu mgumu. Hiyo ndio naweza ambia vijana wenzangu wakati huu, na waweze kuacha ile. Pia unajua wakati mwingine tukiingia kwa siasa, kuna wale wanasiasa ambao wanapatia vijana mihadarati ili wakienda kwenye siasa wanaleta fujo, na wakati kama huu ndio ile nchi yafaa inakuwa pamoja na kila mtu afanye kazi tukiwa kama nchi moja.
Naam. Naam, Bwana Samuel, kauli yako ya mwisho na vile vile uzungumze kwa kifupi sana kuhusiana na ule mradi wa ajira mitaani kwa vijana. Je, kuna vijana ambao unawafahamu ambao wamenufaika kutokana na mradi huo, na vile vile kauli yako ya mwisho pengine kwa mtazamaji?
Ile mradi wa serikali, ule mradi wa ajira mashinani ni wa muhimu sana. Ingawa haujatekelezwa jinsi ambavyo tungeweza kuona manufaa yake yakijitokeza moja kwa moja. Lile jambo ambalo tungependa kusisitiza kama sisi vijana ambao wako pale mashinani ni kwamba lazima tuone mtindo huo ukileta manufaa kwa vijana. Kwa mfano, mitaa nyingi hutapata hizi miradi zikiendelea. Kwa hivyo lazima tuchanganue, tujue ni nani anayesimamia miradi ipi na ni vijana wapi na ni mtindo gani unaotumika. Kwa sababu tuliambiwa kuna hizi mikakati, lakini hatujaonyeshwa ni mtindo upi ambao unatumika ili vijana waweze kuwekwa katika hizi miradi kwa sababu vijana wengi hawana ajira, lakini bado hawajui ni jinsi gani. Kwa hivyo muda mwingi uende kwa kujulisha vijana hawa ni jinsi gani unaweza pata ajira kupitia kwa kazi hii ya mashinani. Lakini nikifunga tu kwa vijana na siasa ni kwamba vijana, huu ndio wakati wenu, kwa sababu watu wengi, sisi vijana ndio namba kubwa zaidi katika wapiga kura na katika idadi, lakini lazima tuanze na kuangalia sera zaidi kuliko kuangalia ni mwanasiasa yupi ambaye ana muhemko wa aina yake.
Naam, asante. Naam, asante sana. Bila shaka mtazamaji, tunafika kwenye tamati ya tamrini ya Channel 1. Nimekuwa nikizungumza naye Samuel Munyekenya ambaye ni mchanganuzi wa masuala ya kijamii na vile vile Rogers Okumu ambaye ni mchanganuzi wa masuala ya kisiasa. Na basi kufikia hapo tunafika kwenye tamati ya tamrini ya Channel 1. Shukrani sana kwa kutazama. Tukutane tena hapo kesho. Naitwa Nancy Okware, mfasiri wa lugha ishara ni Susan Thuku. Kwa heri.
Jambo Kenya, it's an honor and a privilege to be here to share with you the Word of God, the Word of hope, even on this unprecedented scenario and situation that you're going through right now. I want to let you know that God still loves us. And you know, we can actually be able to understand this through the manual. My name is Pastor Fred Abok. I serve at the Cathedral of Praise in Imara Daima, and I'm a youth coach and a counselor. Thank you so much even as you go through this. Please allow me to run with you in the Word of God shortly this moment so that you can be able to have some hope. The Bible says in the book of Romans chapter 5 verses 2 that through him we have also obtained access by faith into his grace in which we stand and we rejoice in hope for the glory of God. Child of God, you can lose your health, you can lose your property, but please don't lose hope, because hope is a substance. Hope is the element of us moving forward. Even on this situation, God still loves us, and we have hope that we have God in us. I love what the Bible says in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 31 verses 6, that be strong and courageous. Do not fear or be dreaded of them, for it is the Lord your God who goes with you. He will not leave you nor forsake you. I want to encourage you, children of God. In our country today, we may look like we are lonely. We may look like it's not worth to go to prayer. But one thing is that God has promised us. God is not a man that he may lie, neither does he promise what he cannot deliver. He has promised that he will be with us. He will not forsake us, neither will he forget us. So please know where you are. You could be in your house somewhere. You could be not going to work. You could be going through a redundancy process, but I want to tell you that God is by your side. He will never leave you, neither will he forsake you. It does not matter how much troubles come, the Lord is by your side. Be strong and be courageous. I love what it says in the book of Psalms chapter 39 verses 7, that now that the Lord, what do I wait? What do I do? I said, wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord. He shall surely come in due time. God is with us, Kenya. God is with us, children of God. This is the time to depend upon him. This is the time to lay our faith on him. This is the time to be assured that it does not matter what we see by our side. It does not matter what we see going on around us. God is our present help in time of trial. He is our present help. The Bible says in the book of Psalm chapter 46 that though the earth may roll, though the mountains may scatter, but there is a God, there is a river whose streams make the city of Zion glad. One thing that I can promise you this moment is that Kenya will laugh again. Kenya will rejoice again. Let me pray with you, because Kenya is going to regain its economy. Kenya is going to regain its joy. We will regain our freedom, because it does not matter how much you have gone. Father, in the name of Jesus, thank you for this country, even at this particular moment. I pray for that person, oh God, Lord, who is going through loneliness, and Lord, is going through a hopeless situation. Lord, may you meet them right at the point of their needs, and may you show them, Lord, that you are together with them, regardless of the situation and circumstance. My Father, may you show them that, Lord, you are God who is present in times of trouble. I give you praise and I honor you. May you give someone a testimony. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
On the next episode of Corner.
Ya muhimu kwanza ni kujua hali yako ya status ya HIV.
It's definitely a tough time to be an athlete. We're not even halfway through 2020, but the coronavirus has dealt a heavy blow to sportsmen, sportswomen, and sports companies all over the world. Like basketball, just the other day we saw the NBA-backed Africa League postponed indefinitely. As you'd imagine, cash is tight, and players who were doing it officially now have to take up side jobs.
Love bila gloves haiwezi. Rieng ni kujijua.
Afya bora, maisha bora. Jipime, jiinue.
Dos corazones y un delirio, desenfrenado amor el tuyo y el mío. Bebimos de un solo mar, un solo río, los 12 vientos de cariño.
Yeyote aliye na kinga hafifu mwilini yuko katika hatari ya kuambukizwa COVID-19. Hao ni kama watu ambao wanaishi na magonjwa kama vile virusi vya HIV, kansa, TB, kisukari, miongoni mwa magonjwa mengine. Lazima wazingatie matibabu ili kuboresha kinga mwilini. Lazima wahakikishe wamepata dawa ipasavyo. Tembelea kliniki yako au kituo cha afya kilicho karibu nawe kwa maelezo kamili kuhusu jinsi ya kupata dawa. Pia wasaidie jamaa na rafiki kupata dawa. Dumisha mawasiliano nao na ufuate mwongozo wa kiafya kutoka kwa kituo cha afya ili kujikinga na virusi vya korona. Pata habari kuhusu COVID-19 kupitia vyanzo vinavyoaminika. Piga 719 au bonyeza *719#. COVID-19 inazuilika. Jilinde, linda familia na jamii. Ujumbe huu umeletwa kwako na serikali ya Kenya.
Somebody's crying, Lord. Somebody's praying, Lord. Somebody's crying, Lord. Somebody